crackers wanna know how I live the rap life. Making money, smoking mics like crackers wanna know how I live the rap life. Making money, smoking mics like crack life.
This is the original Los Angeles beat spitter, Tweet Cadillac, baby. And you tuned in to the G-Lew Show Westside Wednesdays, OG Sunday. We rolling the pimp line, baby. Cadillac, baby. Yeah. Make sure to tune in every Wednesday night, 7 to 9 p.m. Put some pimpin' in your life. Yeah.
Niggas wanna know how I live the rap life. Making money, smoking mics like crackers wanna know how I live the rap life. Making money, smoking mics like crackers wanna know how I live the rap life. Making money, smoking mics like crackers wanna know how I live the rap life. Making money, smoking mics like
Negative, okay, nothing further. Just see the cabbie on the corner.
Hello, Officer Simpson, going bowling tonight?
People going off, making money like a Mac. Cash under the table, so fuck the RF.
Like
Park my Benz, jump into my bucket. The streets are hella hot, decide to walk, man, fuck it. Hanging on a set, drinking a brew. Looking fly, waiting for some motherfucking bitches to come through. All of a sudden, a big fucking bright light. Man, that was my night. It's the roller. I tried Casper, one jump out the car and said, freeze, bastard. I said, man, what type of shit is this? The next thing you know, I'm getting frisked. This is a situation I'm tripping on a cop, but if you drop your gun, you get your ass popped. Now I'm in a county serving time for some punk ass charges, all because of telling some suckers what's on my mind. My case in court, I might get 5 with a mess. Now the cops are saying attempted murder, just an arrest. Call my lawyer, pay the judge for the right amount of meal of charges. You know he shook it. That just go to show you the motherfucking law is crooked.
I am reaching into my pocket for my life. Please, degrade. I don't know. You know, it's awful. You wonder why a nigga don't go completely mad.
Fuck the strong arm of the law. I bust a motherfucking cop in his jaw. You call me crooked, but you crooked too. Selling more dope than the brothers do. Fresh on the grind with no mistake. I ain't tripping on the police cause they own the tape. Coming through, give them 100 or 2. They won't fuck with me or my crew. They know the city ain't paying them enough to come out on the streets and deal with all this stuff. It's a fast life you live one time. They get stares just like I'm getting mine. A drug bust with about 20 keys, but when it gets to impound it's only 15. 5 missing where you think it's at. The next day somebody else selling yo crack. To hell with TV shit like Starsky and Hutch. The police nowadays can give a fuck. They'll kill a motherfucker trying to get it, then turn around and say that the brothers did it. So if you wonder where the dope comes from, CIA, FBI, White House, all of them got some. You see, the system ain't shit. Money and dope then took it. In case you didn't know, the law's crooked.
Crooked have law. Crooked have law. Crooked have law. Crooked.
Hanging on the set, I never slang and always correct and standing tall. Police pulls up to get your black ass on the wall. I'm clean, it ain't no trip. Then they pull some dope out my back pocket. I say, what the fuck? The next thing I know, I'm in handcuffs. And I'm telling that they won't get away with this shit. They tell me shut the fuck up or they spray mace on my dick. Now I'm downtown getting shit stuff, I think they fags. They take my wallet and shit and put it in a bag. And lock me in a fucked up cell. And I'm chained to a bitch, mad as hell. And I get my car to get there and I'm stuck. The 2 cops were hurled from the police truck. Now I'm sitting in county on QC. But my boys for bail, so your bitches can't hold me. And if you try, you better zip your vets tight. Cause I ain't taking no more shit from your bitches tonight. So you play like you're straight when you're faking it. But if I put you on my payroll, you'll take it. So read yourself your rights and take your own ass and book it. Cause all your hypocritic motherfuckers are crooked.
Crooked have law. Crooked have law. Crooked have law. Crooked have law. Crooked.
Oh man, I'm tired of all these wannabe ass, perfect ass motherfuckers. Think 'cause they have a badge and a little bit of authority, they can fuck with a nigga at will.
Now, I don't know just what you mean, P. Man, I was rolling down a motherfucking street. Somebody passed by me doing 120. Police pulled me on. What kind of shit is that?
Man, that's that crooked ass law for you. I tell you one motherfucking thing, it's the 90s and I ain't taking no shit off of nobody.
Mic check 1 2. Welcome to Westside Wednesdays, the G-Lew Show, November 6, 2019. That was a throwback right there for my special guest tonight. Like you hear in the background from the original members of TRU, The Real Untouchables. Hold on, before we do that, let me bring in my co-host, love Miss Queen Jean. She can introduce our guest. Good evening, Miss Queen Jean. How are you this evening?
Good evening, G-Lew. I'm good, and yourself?
I'm doing all right. I can't complain too much. You know, ready
That's
for this show we got tonight. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Queen.
Yes. Ready for our guest.
Mm-hmm.
Our
guest is waiting in the... go ahead.
Oh, in the green room? No, it's okay. Let's bring our guest in. That's so much more important. Introducing Chili Powder. Come on in, sir.
Hello.
Good evening, sir. What up, man?
What's going on, man?
All right.
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing real good. But real quick correction. My name Big O. Chili Powder is a whole nother cat.
Oh, this Big O.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Chili Powder wasn't the original. He came in after us.
Okay. My bad. Correct me then. Shit. Correct me, homie.
It's all good.
Jeff, shout out to Jeff One. I had bad information. Shout out to my homeboy Jeff. But he thought you would be here too. I thought you were Chili though. My bad, homie.
Yeah, it's all good, man. I just got to make sure that record be straight, man.
Right.
So we're
exactly.
interviewing Big O.
Huh?
We're interviewing Big O.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How are you this evening, Big O?
I'm doing fine. How you doing?
Great. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank y'all for having me.
Welcome.
Hey, Big O, man, I want to, before we start off, too, man, I want to apologize, man, because we had all on the flyer that we had Chili Powder. You know,
right,
we were told you would be here as well, but it was promoted as Chili Powder. You know what I mean? So I want to apologize for that, homie.
Oh, it's all good,
show.
man. It's you know, ain't nothing don't work perfectly. You know what I mean? So it's cool. I'm not one of them people that take stuff personal like that. You know what I mean? And while I'm at it, you know, let me give a holler to Chili Powder. You know, me and him never really met. Matter of fact, we supposed to be hooking up to do some work. So, you know, we just been hitting and missing each other.
Right. That's crazy. I got him broadcasted all over the flyer, Chili Powder. But I knew that you were the original. You know, when I'm hearing all the music and all the classics, it was Big O on there and Big O music and all that. But I don't know why. You know what I mean? Just some miscommunication. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna get on my boy Jeff. Shout out to Jeff Quan, BTP Media, my guy.
Yeah,
we just
for real. That's my dude too.
You know what I mean?
That's my dude.
Yeah, but I'm glad we got it corrected. Yeah, I'm glad we got it corrected. This is Big O, y'all, right here. Big O, man, the original from The Real Untouchables, man. Hey, Big O.
I found a member of day one.
The day one, you know, and you go back on all the music, you know, you're there. Day one, exactly. To tell you the truth, I never even heard Chili Powder on there, but I didn't know, you know what I mean? So it's just miscommunication. But since we got you here, we got that corrected, man. Big O, won't you give a proper introduction to our audience, man, and let them know who Big O is and what's going on with Big O and the foundation of everything, man, so we can get some clarity on this, please.
Well, who I am is a real Richmond representative, and I'm one of the people who pretty much gave P a lot of Richmond game. You know what I mean? I took him places that he couldn't get into without me, and introduced him to certain individuals, you know, and just showed him the town. You know what I mean? Just showed him everybody, you know, show him where to go, where not to go, who to deal with. You know what I mean? And he pretty much took it from there. You know, he one thing about Percy is one of the most charismatic people I ever met. So I'm just the cat that he just got. I'm just one of the cats he just got with in Richmond, and you know, he took a liking to. I took a liking to him, and we did some music, you know.
Right. Right. I'm also glad you cleared that up because, you know, I had a few people on here from the Bay and not too many Richmond cats, but, you know, a lot of people have stories about P and all of that and some of his background in the Bay and mainly Richmond where he was at and got started. But you were actually there and gave him a lot of the game and did music with him and also were an original member of TRU, of The Real Untouchables, man. Even when I go back and listen to some of that old music, man, it's crazy because we know P for P, even though before P went back to New Orleans and did his thing, you know, he had Ghetto's Trying to Kill Me, 99 Ways, all of that with his music with a Bay influence, and it was definitely different than what he did later. You can hear it all in music. But when I go back and listen to this original TRU music, which is kind of hard to find, but if you go back and dig it up, man, it's just real different. You can really hear that Richmond influence in there with Pete, man. Again, tell us about the early days and the influence you had on P, because it's like a whole different P right there. You know what I mean? And,
well, it first of all, the sound, that's K-Lew all day. We was going to K-Lew way back then, and back then K-Lew had a studio in his mom's garage, so we would go in there and do things. But as far as just showing Percy what's going on, I mean, it was real easy because, first of all, Richmond is made up a lot of people from New Orleans anyway. So he had already kind of felt at home, but he didn't really know nobody. So how I met him is I used to, do call-in raps to the college stations and the community free radio stations. And one of the dudes' shows I used to call in to was DJ Chill, and the station was KPOO. I don't know if you any of your listeners familiar with that, but that's a community-free radio station in San Francisco. They used to play all the hip-hop, kind of like the Bay Area's K-Day. Me and him chopped it up. I found out he was from Richmond. He knew I was trying to get on. He was like, man, I know a cat that got a record store in San Pablo, and he looking for talent. So I was like, what record store? Because I know Richmond like the back of my hand, and I know what's cracking and what ain't. And he was like, nah, man, it's a record store next to KFC. So I dropped in one day and met P, and we freestyled back and forth. I told him who I was and what I was trying to do. He was like, yeah, I'm looking for talent. And I was one of the first members. Before we even named it The Real Untouchables, I was already, down with him. And he had gave me a cassette tape he had put out. He was putting out his own music out of the store. And he had a maxi single out with like 4 songs on it, but it wasn't nothing like you just heard. It was nothing like the music you did. This was stuff he did in New Orleans. He brought to California with him. So I mean, some people felt it, some people didn't, but he admired like Eazy-E and NWA and how they looked. He admired that, so he wanted to do that. He wanted to be like NWA, so that's how we kind of end up looking like them a little bit, with him being in the forefront like Easy than this everybody else. Right,
yeah, because if you go back and listen to that music, man, you can hear a lot of that influence, that NWA music influence, like Life Ain't Nothing But Bitches and Money, a couple more songs, you could definitely get an influence there, so yeah, I feel you on that.
Well, that was a
go ahead.
That was a time when the West was cracking and the Bay was cracking super hard. So everybody was kind of emulating everybody. You know what I mean?
Right. Man, that's crazy because if you, like I said again, you go back and dig up that music, man, that's just crazy to hear. Like I said, I heard a lot of P's early stuff. Like I said, Ghetto's Trying to Kill Me, 99 Ways, but I didn't hear a lot of that. And I wasn't even aware, I'm going to keep it real, I wasn't aware of until somebody else told me. It came to my attention, but the original TRU, you know what I mean? And that goes back to me. Again, I want to ask you this, and it's not nothing against P, but it seems like P really, a lot of stuff he took and kind of made it his own, you know what I mean? And I want to ask you this. I don't know how that, go ahead.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I had to leave. I left. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the reason why the original group disbanded is because it was just a lot of friction because, you know, he not the most creative person in the world. And that ain't no knock on him.
Right.
And he, like for instance, the first song we ever did was "Mind of a Psychopath." Well, the Ghetto Boys got a song called "Mind of a Lunatic." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We got a song.
Right.
We did a song called "Play Like a Saxophone." Well, King T came out with a song that year called "Play Like a Piano." So these are the things that I had a problem with him with. You know what I'm saying? So when I saw him do the Ice Cream Man, I was like, oh, this dude is on a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody knows that's Yuck's song. Everybody knows that. In the Bay Area, everybody knows that. And that's the kind of stuff that I just can't be a part of. You know what I'm saying? I'm really about the art of it, really, when it comes down to it. And that goes against everything that I really stand for. And I tell people all the time, you know what I'm saying? I'm from Richmond, and we ain't the kind of cats that follow dudes. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I mean, you know, I just couldn't do it. I mean, I'm from the Bay. I got to see these dudes every day. You know what I'm saying? You can go back to New Orleans and say you made it up, and everybody gonna believe you. So you ain't got to deal with it. So he ain't really never had to deal with nobody confronting him about doing that kind of stuff. So he thinks it's cool, but it's really not. You know what I'm saying? It's cool these days because everybody doing it. But back then, you know what I'm saying, it was really, really frowned upon, and it still is in a way. Yuck, I heard Yuck speak on it, and Yuck ain't kind of tripping off of it. So if he ain't tripping, why should I trip? But I just don't think that kind of stuff is cool.
Right. And I think these days, like you said, it's swept under the rug, and then especially since P has so much success, it's going to always look like cats. Even back then when P took off, you know, a lot of people didn't know all of that history, and P took off, so it kind of looks like people hating or trying to get on P because he had so much success. But like you said, if you go back and see this shit, it's crazy.
Yeah, when I be on social media and whatnot, and I tell cats certain real things about what happened there, his real fans, he get his real diehard fans, they come at me crazy, man. They like, oh, you hate. No, I'm telling you the real, pimp. You know what I'm saying? If people, people out here really don't realize, man, you know, I got respect for that dude because if you understand what he took it from, I mean, trust me, man, this cat he took it from the mud. He didn't just take it from the ground up. He took it from the mud. You know what I'm saying? Dude had nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Dude had an old Fiat, and he had one of the original Honda Civics, and he used to take the battery. Yeah, he used to take the batteries out of each one. When he'd hop in one, if that didn't start, he'd jump out of it, pull the battery out, and jump in the other. You know what I'm saying? The dude was doing that bad. And him and Sonia and Romeo probably was like 1 year old. They was living in the store. They was living behind the store. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And there wasn't no kitchen. There wasn't no bathroom. Dude made it happen from nothing. So he'll always have my respect for that. You know, but the stealing song concepts and people's songs and ideas and all that, I ain't with all that. You know what I'm saying? He can miss me with that, and you know, and anybody else. You know what I'm saying? But you got to respect what he took it from, because the dude really, really took it from nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Nowhere. The dude, the store, he tell people about the store like he was, you know, going head up with Sam Goody or something. The store was like in a old building. There used to be a church that's probably a church now, and it was damn near falling down. It was leaking, but once again, Percy is a savvy dude. You know, a lot of people underestimated him, and that's where he got that's how he got to where he is, because people underestimate that southern drawl and that kind country attitude he got. But the dude is a monster at the same time. Trust me, you don't want to see that monster come out. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never directed it at me, but I've seen it come out. You know what I'm saying, on other people. But the dude is sharp. You know what I'm saying? Please don't get that shit misunderstood. The dude he is not no dumb dude. He's not dumb. He catch on quick. Everything that I was showing him, he was soaking that shit up like a sponge. You know what I mean? So he's a good dude outside of the music business. You know what I'm saying? He a real good dude. He can make you laugh all day long. He can tell you stories about where he come from, and he's animated when he talks. The dude can have you laughing all day long. He's fun to be around, but the dude took this from nothing, and it was do or die for him, you know, because he out here in Richmond, don't know nobody. You know what I mean? It's him, it's Sonia, it's Romeo at 1 year old. His mom and Silk was out here, and his sister, but that was it. But they didn't have a whole lot going. You know what I mean? So he was trying to make it. He was trying to make it happen. You know, I understand that, but at the same time, you know, it's rules and regulations, everything you do. And in the Bay Area, we don't steal. Not from each other that.
Right. So let me ask you this. Fast forward a little bit before we go back. How did you feel, man, not only with all of the songs he took, the Ice Cream Mans, and I'm sure a lot of people was mad, but he left town or whatever. But how did you feel, you know, when, later on now, 96, 97, after his success, he comes with the group TRU with his brothers and everybody, you know, like me and everybody else thought that was an original group, and people don't know the background. How did you feel about that when that came about?
Well, I laughed at it because it made sense because now he at the point where it's money. So why would you share it with anybody? You know what I'm saying? So Silk was already rapping when he was hanging out. You know, he would hang out at a lot of the at the store because the store was a hangout for all of us. It became a hangout for the original group. So when we was in there discussing concepts, writing songs, Silk would always be there. And Silk would be like, yeah, I'm coming out with an album too. Because Silk wanted to be in the first version of the Untouchables, but Percy told him no because he wasn't ready. So that's how King George ended up coming in. You know what I mean? Because we did Mind of a Psychopath without King George. King George came probably like 2 weeks later after we recorded that song. So so George ended up taking that spot. And then a lot of people don't know too. Little Rick almost was a original member of TRU because he used to hang out up there all the time because Percy used to have in the corner of his store. A lot of people don't know this, like VHS videotapes. So he used to rent videotapes to people. He had like the Mac and Willie Dynamite and all them old school black movies and Let's Do It Again, and people would come rent them. You know what I mean? So he was business savvy even back then. But when I saw TRU and I see the new TRU, I cracked up. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was funny. Because I was shocked too because Chili Powder wasn't there, Big Ed wasn't there. Who else was in the group? I forget homie name, but I did a song with him with King George way back. I forget homie name. I'll remember it, but I thought it was funny. You know what I'm saying? But it made sense to me because I know how P think and I know how he kind of do stuff. Because I like to watch people move, and I always have watched him move. And a lot of people don't know Percy is like I said, he's charismatic as fuck. And like one day he told us he had a show at the if you're from the Bay Area, they used to have a club called a Crosswinds that was on the Army base in Oakland. And he told us he had a show, so we all excited. We mount up, we head over. This fool never had no show, but the boy went in there on the fly, hollered at the DJ, and did a song on the spot.
Wow.
That don't happen. That don't happen at clubs out here. They don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You can't, especially if you ain't from around and don't nobody even know who you are. They do not do that. They won't even take the chance to play you like that. You know what I'm saying? You gonna pay some money, or you got to know somebody. You know what I'm saying? Or you got to be hot. And he was neither one of them, and got it and did it. So that's the kind of dude he is. You know what I'm saying? Percy is probably one of the smoothest cats I've ever met. You know what I mean? But the dude is sharp with it. He may come off as not sharp, but trust me, dude is sharp with it.
Well, yeah. Of course, you got to be sharp and know some shit to do what he did, build a whole empire and really change the game. You know, and I think that's why P gets a lot of respect. I think a lot of people overall feel whatever they feel certain ways about P, his originality, the things he did. A lot of people feel he took the Pac lane when Pac died. You know, a lot of stuff he did, but overall you have to respect his business and what he did and how he changed the game, like you said, and helped so many people. You know what I mean?
I mean, you got to respect what if you was there like I was, you would have to respect where he brought it from. You know, he literally brought it from a welfare check and hustling tapes, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't even good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he'll tell you himself he ain't no rapper. You know what I mean? He's not a rapper. He can freestyle a little bit. He can write a little bit, but he's not really a rapper or a songwriter. You know what I'm saying? He's just a cat with some talent, but he wanted them cats that the rapping is a vehicle to get to where he wanted to go. You know what I mean? And
let me ask you this. Was he kind of like a I'm sorry to cut you off. I want to ask you this, since you're speaking about him not really being a artist. Was he sort of like a Puff Daddy or a Dre back where you guys wrote for him, or did he come up with his own lyrics back then?
I mean, he came up with his own stuff, but we wrote for him too.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So he would, like, the album Get Away Clean, a lot of the stuff that's on there, some of the stuff he wrote, but a lot of stuff came from me and this cat named not DJ Chill, but Chili D.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But mostly for me, like Dana You Can Bang Her, that came from me. That's a song about a chick that I knew that got down like that. You know what I'm saying? She was you know, she was into she was into situations. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to I don't want to, you know, talk too bad about nobody. You know what I'm saying? But she was you know, she like her multiple fun. You know what I mean? So that was a song about her, and I had just told him about her, and he was like, "Oh, that could be a song," so I wrote it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you know, I would write a verse here, a verse there. You know, just help him out. Nothing too big. You know what I'm saying? And what he used to try to do is he'd go and, you know, I'd write out a verse and give it to him. He'll go home. He'll reword it, but it'll still say the same thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So he was always about that. He was always about that. So when I heard he had did the Ice Cream Man, it made perfect sense to me, because that kind of stuff was always okay with him, and that was part of his creative process. You know what I mean? So I was just shocked that he did it. You know what I mean? I was like, well, okay, if he did that, then he must not be never setting foot in the Bay Area ever again, because I'm pretty sure Yuck and them ain't going for that.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I mean, that's crazy when he did Ice Cream Man, and again, no disrespect, because that was a big record, and that was really the record that kind of, even though I heard I heard a lot of the stuff later, his older stuff, but that's what a lot of people got introduced to P, and when he really got put on the map, when he dropped the Ice Cream Man. That was a big record. I ain't gonna front, mainly because it had the Dre, the Wrecking Crew sample to Turn Off the Lights, man. But that was a big record. But I'm sure like a lot of people in the Bay was salty when he dropped that Ice Cream Man. I mean, goodness.
Especially in Oakland, had Richmond looking bad. You know what I'm saying? It always have been friction between Oakland and Richmond back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So that didn't help none. It's not like that now. It's family now, but back then, you know, that wasn't cool, you know, for him to do. You know what I'm saying? But he had took that back to New Orleans, and, you know, he had took Yuck and them whole concept and you know, Fashion did around his whole album damn near. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't think that was cool. You know what I'm saying?
And then on top of that, didn't he try to defend it? Like, I know when Yuck and them got at him, you know, of course he was a fan. He's going to defend it, but he tried to defend it like he made it. Didn't he at first?
Yeah, he still defended it. He still defended it to this day. Talking about I seen him on the interview. He talking about whoever don't like it, come see him. Well, you playing with fire, homie. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, I heard Yuck speak on it. Yuck really ain't tripping off of it now, but you know, since Percy been famous, he ain't set foot back in Richmond or Oakland. I haven't seen him. I haven't ran into him. Last time I ran into anybody, I haven't ran into anybody from this. Nah, he ain't touched down. You know what I'm saying? The closest I've heard him being was in San Francisco, or maybe like Mountain View, wherever a venue is, but never in Richmond, never in Oakland. You know what I mean? Because you know, he don't owe me nothing. I ain't looking to get nothing out of nothing. You know what I'm saying? He owe Richmond though. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to necessarily come out here and pay nobody, but come out here and show these kids that you was out here too, and you made it from this town. You know what I mean? I think that would do something for these kids, because, You know, Richmond is a small place.
He never came back and did no shows or nothing over there in Richmond?
Nothing.
Wow.
Nothing. And
well,
from what I
says
hear,
a lot.
Right. And from what I understand, he don't. Right. From what I understand, he don't even go to New Orleans too much either. You know what I'm saying? But I hear that he do all this charity stuff where he lives in Baldwin Hills now. You know what I mean? But if you could do it there, you could do something in the town where you got the game from. So he you know, it's commendable that he get on TV and all this and say, oh, you know, I learned all this in Richmond, California. That's fine. You're supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. It's respect on that. But come back and give Richmond something that they gave you. You know what I mean? So his knowledge is vast compared to a cat walking down the street. And, you know, he probably can help some of these kids out, inspire some of these kids who think that, you know, all they got is drugs or playing ball or whatever. You know what I mean? So he was not only the artist, but he was the executive, and he was dealing with millions of dollars and dealing with people on their level and not his. So that says something about him. So it'd be real cool if he ever came back to Richmond and said something.
Let me ask you this, because obviously now it seems, now that I'm looking back on it, he kind of played chess a lot, because if you look back, and I had some other people from the Bay on here, like I said, not really Richmond, people from Oakland and a lot of other places, San Francisco, and you know, like everybody else, P came back later, did soundtracks like the compilations, West Coast Bad Boys, and he put a lot of people on the sound, like people from Oakland and different stuff, but I guess now that I'm looking back on it, never nobody from Richmond. So was that more like a chess play where he could come back and look like he did some things, but not really affect the people that he was with first, so it could look like, you know what I mean? Because he did come back to the Bay and get with other cats on these compilations, but nobody really from Richmond, and I guess they didn't really care because they weren't from Richmond and they were getting paid. What was the play on that?
The thing with the compilation thing is, first of all, you got to understand, wasn't nobody doing compilations till Deep Shot did Boss Ballin'. Everybody seen the success off of that and jumped. And Percy seen the success off of that. So like I said, he's smart and he pay attention and he soak up shit quick. He's seen the success of that, so he came out with West Coast Bad Boys. It was one cat on West Coast Bad Boys from Richmond. His name is Erase C. That's my homie. His name is Erase C. Erase C had already dropped the album. All the people that was on West Coast Bad Boys was already hot in their own way. So putting them all together was hella smart, and you was going to have something super hot anyway, because everybody already hot on their own. You know what I mean? Everybody already selling, doing business anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because he had JT the bigger figure. JT was already doing things. You know what I'm saying? All the people we had on those compilations was moving units anyway. So that was just something smart. That's just him seeing an opportunity and jumping on it before somebody else did. And that's how he kind of thinks.
Right. Okay. Well, like I said again, P was playing a lot of chess because the way he did it. You know, a lot of people just won't know if you weren't there and outside the loop, you wouldn't have known all of this. You know what I mean?
Right. A lot of people don't know this because when he talks to people, when he tells people about his story, he talks about a little bit of Richmond, but he leaves us out, and then he jumps to the Ice Cream Man, and then he starts from there. And that's why you're talking to me now, because I ain't letting all that ride. That's over. You know what I'm saying?
And that's crazy. I'm glad you got this, because I had no idea about the original TRU, man. I when I heard that, shit blew me away. Like, wow. You know what I mean? And like you said, he never spoke on that. You can't even find until I dug it up, and you can find these old songs. You know what I mean? But nobody would never know, bro.
Right. So Getaway Clean, by the time he dropped Getaway Clean, the group was already over. I wasn't even talking to him, and he dropped the album with me on it anyway. Instead of pulling me off, I told him, take me off everything. I don't want to be on nothing. But he left me on. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why he did it. I wasn't even proud of the verse because we rushed because we didn't have a whole lot of money at the time, so we had to go in the studio and rush everything. You know what I'm saying? So
it sounds kind of put together, kind of demo with.
Right. Like it sounds like we're all reading off the paper, all of us. You know what I'm saying? So it sounds like it is. You know what I'm saying? We was in there reading our papers, and we hadn't rehearsed nothing. We hadn't got the verse down or nothing. So it sounds like it sounds. So, and he was cool with that, and that was another problem. I'm not just fit to put out anything. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it.
Right.
I'm really, really hard on myself. I'm not fit to just put out anything. But Percy, he'll put out anything, and he'll put out much as he can because he's looking at not quality, but just being consistent, just keeping it in your face. You know what I'm saying? Which is quantity. A good marketing idea and formula, but you got to have something to stand on after that. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
At the time, we wasn't standing on no good music at all.
Right, and again, not anything against P because he had a big catalog, but I think over time, that's what happened too. Even though he was successful at that at first, releasing a lot of music all the time, 30 albums a month, but it became a point where it was like quantity over quality. You know what I mean? So I think that kind of summed it up. Before I continue, let me go to Queen Jean. I want to let her get in. I know she's kind of lost in this because we had a miscommunication, but I want her to come in, you know, because I don't want to take over everything. Go ahead, Queen.
Yes, G-Lew and Big O. I'm totally lost because my research was on the other guests, but I was just reading something about Master P and the No Limit. They were in concert in St. Louis and they got booed off. Like the audience was not feeling them. Yeah, they were not feeling them at all. They got booed off the stage. So to hear the history that you're giving, I guess I can kind of understand how that would happen because you do reap what you sow, if you know, you feel me. So, And another question I wanted to ask you, do you do anything else outside of music? You know, is there anything else that you do outside of music, like charities, or do you have anything else going on?
I own a catering business. I do catering. I do large events. I do weddings. I do, you name it, I do it. You know what I'm saying? I cook any type of food, but mostly I do barbecue. So I won a few barbecue competitions, and you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty known. I'm pretty known in the barbecue world. I'm about to go to
That's why you Big O.
Right.
You're going down.
So,
and what's the name of your business? What's the name of your catering business?
The main name of my catering company is Big Lovers Barbecue.
Big Lovers?
Big Lovers, BIGLOVIN.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, you got to get her that information so we can put it on the announcement.
Yeah, so I'm people know, a lot of people don't know, you know, about me and Percy. The people from Richmond, all my Richmond people, they know. All my Bay Area people know. But I live up in Sacramento now, and a lot of people they don't. When I used to tell people I used to write songs with Master P, they would laugh. You know what I'm saying? But it's true. It's true and it's real. You know what I'm saying? I got the songs. I got some video, man, of us kicking it around. I got to try to find it of us just talking crazy.
Yeah, you need to put together a documentary, bro. You need a documentary on the original members of TRU. That would be dope.
Right. We one got done. I was a part of one that got done right when he really got successful. But it wasn't a real detailed one. It was basically me and King George and a few other people just talking about you know what I'm pretty much telling y'all now, and it didn't really do anything. You know what I'm saying? It was just kind of low budget and just slapped together, just trying to take advantage of the moment. But it's something that is definitely something I'm looking into to doing because, like I said, all of the members I'm still in contact with. I'm in contact with the DJ, and matter of fact, we're gonna be going into the studio soon to do our original TRU song. I don't know where Chili D is. He's the only one that I don't know where he is. But everybody else I done talked to, I done spoke with, even King George. And we're going to go up to G-Lew Studio because he's still in business putting out them hits. And we're going to go lay a couple of tracks down. And, and over the years, I've been still in the studio making songs, doing music. I got music sitting that I'm about to drop sometime soon, hopefully at the beginning of the year, and just see what happens. You know what I mean? So far here lately, I really haven't had nothing to say, so I ain't really been doing that, and it's been more catering than music. But music is something that's in me, and I can always pick it up and put it down. So, but I got maybe 4 or 5 albums sitting on reel, ready to get put out.
So
hey
do
man,
you ever
me personally,
think about,
I think, man.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Do you ever think about when you're doing your catering, like getting on a mic and rapping, dropping a few notes or anything when you're,
No,
that would be pretty
I'm,
cool though,
Yeah, I've been at competitions, and and the radio station was there, and I be on the mic and all that. But when I'm cooking, I'm so busy because I'm got lines half a block long. You know what I mean? When I'm doing these catering events and stuff like that. So I don't even have time to even barely breathe. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
It would be nice to combine the two. You know what I mean? If I ever could, because these are two passions that I've always had is music, and people take music and food real serious in my family. A lot of people are cooks. A lot of people are cooks. My mother was a chef for 30 years. So, and my father was a musician, and I play music also. I play instruments. I don't just rap and write songs. So, music and food has always been serious with us.
And that's a good combination, Truly it is. Eating and listening to some good music is always good.
That's all it's about. That's life.
Right.
Eating food, man. Come on, that's hand in hand.
Exactly.
Right. If you can do it with your loved ones, it's even better. You know what I mean?
Oh,
so,
yeah.
I'm always about, that factor. You know what I mean? It's just, man, everybody having a good time and enjoying themselves and not really dealing with all that extra stuff. You know what I mean? I think that's one of the reasons why me and Percy hit it off, because he's kind of the same way. Percy, if you really get to know him, Percy is a good dude. I would never say he's not a good person or nothing like that. Percy really is a cool dude, you know what I'm saying? But he had that mission. He was on that mission back then, you know what I'm saying? And he was going to get it done no matter what he had to do it, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't mad at that, you know what I'm saying? Just don't do me in the process. And you kind of did in a way, you know what I mean? So I don't got no hard feelings towards him, but if you're going to tell this story, you're going to tell it right. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to leave none of us out. So, so
that's what I was saying too, bro. I think even when you get ready to release new music, especially when you get back in the studio with the members, when you guys release whatever you release, I think it would be a good time to release some type of documentary, even if it's short, something to introduce and tell that story. And I think that will help even the music, because once that gets out there, like I'm telling you, there's a lot of people that don't know that story and would love to hear it. And now in the YouTube age and everything going on, I think that will pick up steam, and a lot of people want that story to be told. So you'll be getting a lot of interviews, and that'll be a great way to push the music to reintroduce you again. A lot of people just don't even know you, like that. You know what I mean? And then them know that original story of TRU. I mean, shit. I think that would be a great idea to do on me personally.
It'll be told. It's been told a little bit here and there. I've been in the Source, I've been in the Vibe, I've been in Rap Pages, I've been in all these different magazines and all that, and some local magazines and all that. It's been told a little bit, but it ain't been it ain't been grasped yet. But
in this new era, this YouTube era, it can reach so many more people, man. There's a lot of youngsters and older people. It would just be a way bigger, I think, platform and a outreach for it, man. And I think it will really, like you said, it'll get heard now for real.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right.
That
story
needs to be told.
Yeah, so that's pretty much why, I'm here today. You know what I'm saying? Just to set the record straight, give everybody the real, because everybody don't know the real. A lot of people out here think they know it, but you don't know it. You know what I'm saying? What I'm telling you right now is damn near word for word, of things that went down. I remember when him and Sonia had got their apartment finally, and he had turned the back of the store into his office. If you remember that movie CV4 when Trustus was painting the records like gold, he was back there doing the same shit. Percy was doing the same shit, back there painting records gold. That's how bad he wanted it. You know what I mean? That's how bad he wanted it. He wanted to be a record executive. That's how bad he wanted to be successful in the record business. You know what I mean? We had went to L.A. one time. We had hit Ruthless and all the record companies that was out there. Then got turned away by everybody. You know what I'm saying? But that didn't even put a dent in nothing he was talking about. We came back to Richmond and went right back into the studio. And you end up getting away clean out of that. Right. So you have to give him that little bit.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: were you all surprised, like in Richmond or just period, you personally, when I'm sure you were hearing him make noise because he made those couple albums even before Ghetto's Trying to Kill Me and all these things, but didn't really do that much. But were you surprised later on when he took off and just started blowing up and doing what he did?
Yeah, in a way, yeah. I was real surprised, but I wasn't surprised on the other hand because Pac and Big just got killed. The West and the East was at it. The East and the West was at it. Right. The
South
East and the West was at it.
Definitely, yeah.
Right, and the East had everybody thinking that the West Coast had killed Biggie, but it wasn't us. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. Well, no, I won't say us. It wasn't nobody from the West Coast and had nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? They made it bad for anybody that was rapping in California. You know what I'm saying? So California kind of got shut out. You know, after Biggie got killed in California. You know what I mean? So that left New York in the South, and he just rode that lane. You know what I'm saying? He rode that lane in, and he knew what Percy knew what he was doing when he did that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah,
he knew
did
exactly
that
what
too.
he was doing.
He did that too.
Right. So
took that part,
right. And trust me.
And it was a wide open lane. I think what he was smart at as well. I think what a lot of people don't give credit period to the region of the South is what he did. It was a wide open lane because it was people in the South like Ghetto Boys and other people, but it wasn't that big. And when Pac died and Biggie, it was a wide open lane. He went to New Orleans and made that, and it's never. If you look at it, it's really never stopped since then. You know what I mean? Because if you look at the South, it's so much of a big region where the West Coast and the East is really just a few states. You know what I mean? Or mainly California, the West. You have the South as a whole big region that covers numerous states, and he took that lane and it was wide open, and I think that hasn't even stopped since today. And I think that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, he like I said, like if you just sit back and peep it and look at how he moved, you could see it plainly. You know what I'm saying? He just paid attention, and he moved. He made the move count. You know what I mean? So he knew Pac was gone. He knew Biggie was gone, and hip hop was at a flux. You know what I'm saying? Because of all this killing going on, you got two major cats out. You know what I mean? So he was like, man, somebody need to run the game. So here he comes. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be the next one. So he was really the
and he really took that Pac swag too. And made it his own
he took too much
and that was
way too much.
Yeah.
Right. He took I had listened to a song that he did. This man sounds just like Pac. I'm like, man, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
he definitely ran with that.
That's who he is. That's his creative process. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got one, but just his is a little out there, for my taste, you know what I'm saying? I can't really get with all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm one thing, I'm inspired by a lot of rappers, you know what I'm saying? But the last thing I want to do is try to sound like somebody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just not creative to me. That's not the art of
That was forbidden in hip hop before, but I mean, like you said, nowadays that's all it is now. So I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
But he everybody see things their own way. You know what I mean? And he just didn't see it that way. He saw it as, I'm trying to get on. I'm trying to get this money. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm a say something, if I'm a speak like Pac, maybe I could get people who like Pac to like me. You know what I'm saying? So he, people look at stuff different.
By any means necessary for him.
Right.
Pretty much.
I think that's one of the reasons why he's getting met with this resistance now, because I mean, I haven't saw it, but people tell me that I got the hookup is probably a patchwork of just garbage. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, it didn't really do anything.
Right, but for him, for him, it's gold. You know what I'm saying? Because he did it independently. He paid for it himself. He paid to get in the movies himself. So all that money came back to him. So he did it again. It just don't look like he did, but he did.
Right. Man, shout out to P. What I'm gonna do right here, I'm gonna take a quick break, play another one of these classics, man, from that original album, man. If you don't mind, and I'm gonna come back and take some callers. Then I want to ask you, man, enough about P. I want to go back a bit and get some of the history of Richmond, man, because a lot of the Richmond history is not told a lot. We hear a lot from the Bay, San Francisco,
right.
Oakland,
right.
All in between.
Right.
We really haven't heard that Richmond history, so I want to get a little bit of Richmond history, man, if you don't mind. Tell us about, back in the days.
I don't mind, man. I'll tell you anything you want to know about the town, man. Well, we call Richmond the town, too. But, I could tell you a few things about people, especially hip-hop in Richmond. A lot of people don't know.
Right. Yeah, so we'll do that. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come right back. Once again, it's Westside Wednesdays, the G-Lew Show. Our special guest, Big O, from the original TRU, The Real Untouchables, you know what I mean? Hosted by Queen Jean G-Lew, sponsored by 93. Tweed, FM-ism, and BTP Media Group. We'll be right back after this. We'll take some calls. The phone lines are open, 914-803-4001. Press 1 if you want to speak. We'll be right back.
Well, it's Saturday, but yo, that doesn't matter, hey, this melody's made. Master B's got away, cleaner than Cascade. In Richmond, California, brothers got to get paid. But at the south side, north of Cheddar, brothers better step with that. Cause if you're popular, jack, you get jacked for your juice. Don't be thirsty, fool. Play serve. Cause in the Mississippi, perfect. 5-0 drop, rag tops on a curve. Caddis and Benz rolls, girls be waiting. It used to be trues and boats, but not dating. Police jack or pistols, they still packing a note. Hella dope fiends, dog for crack. A drive-by, shoot no peace, 7 ain't shit. Brothers in the center side ain't to be messed with. Down in the village, chill selling hella dank. Brothers were just a sucker, stay out the game. Chevys and truck roll with so much bass. And all you hear is Master P untouchable, safe in a you get hot. Richmond, California, some call it the dope spot. The place where the pushes roll, and a fifth wheel caddy is an everyday stroll. Delphine's creep, but you gotta watch out for the crooked police. You see the rich ain't no joke. 415 brothers slide through the ghetto. Suckers get spent. It's the city of the drug lords, switches and pimps. But if your game's lame, you get the pocket still. I ain't bragging cause my pants be sagging. Had cops to the side with the gold ones bragging. Now I'm cruising up, cutting boulevard, still cutie. So I stopped the car. She said P was a loop. So I matched on the gas cause I don't pay for the loop. Doing about 80 or 23rd. OMG, and some Mexicans on the curb. So I stopped for a minute at the liquor store. No, I didn't. But the A-Rap let me go. Grab my 40, now I'm really hurt. On my way to East the Hills with my homies do service. That go to cops, man, just my luck. Man, I shook 'em up. Hit a corner just to ditch a luck. Call a taxi, end up in Hilltop on agenda. no time for games. Real town is in the house.
Hey, talk, you don't stop.
We interrupt your program. This is a public service announcement.
There are all types of psychopaths. Repeat, all types of psychopaths in the world. It can be your best friend, relative, or someone you least expect. So be on the lookout. The only advice I can give you is don't fuck with them because the motherfucker's crazy and dangerous.
In case you have any trouble identifying one, here's a few examples of some crazy motherfuckers.
Yo, MC Big O's in the house with your God, homeboy.
I got the mind of a psychopath.
Yeah, I see Mark chilling with your half, homeboy. I got the mind of a psychopath. And Chill, you over there with your God, homeboy.
I got the mind of a psychopath.
Chilly D, I see you with your half, homeboy.
I got the mind of a psychopath.
And my man, Grandmaster Scratch, tell him what you got, homeboy.
The mind of a psychopath. What about you, P? Tell him what you got, homeboy.
Man, I got the mind of a psychopath. Flip the pages, fuck the glory. Whatever you heard, forget it, this is the real story. How could a motherfucker change so quick?
I don't know.
Thought he was cool until he fronted on your bitch.
Yeah.
Now you got a gat in your hand, and if you kill him, would that make you a real man?
Hell yeah.
You said fuck it, so you shot him. 3 days later, police said,
we got him.
They chased you, ran, fake shaped and baked them. Couldn't catch you, and another man and said,
let's take him.
So you laugh, cause you know it ain't you. Innocent man in cell 182, so you roam the streets with your gat. Crazy motherfucker intelligence is what you lack.
GMS, murdering ain't shit. I just break in your house, make your father watch while your mother sucking
so
my
to
dick.
You, life is just a game. One in every city.
So was it? I changed my name.
Oh man, that's the mind of a psychopath.
I got something for your ass, dumb motherfucker.
Mind of a psychopath.
Got something for your ass, dumb motherfucker.
Mind of a psychopath.
The mind of a psychopath has got to be me. I'm crazy as fuck. My name is Chili D. A rich town nigga, I'm quick with the trigger. Rufus is fucking, it's dope I deliver.
Your man.
No chances, first mistakes you last. A psycho nigga like me kicks your ass. I got funk, what do? Get on the telly and call up my crew.
Yo, what's happening?
Grab the gas grenades and come on through.
Motherfucker, the end of you.
We untouchables, we don't take no shit. P, I'm out of bullets.
Yo, here's another clip.
I'm on a mission, ready to kick some ass. The punk owes me money, and I'm mad. Nigga, pay or die. Fuck you, punk.
Sucker, you never get by.
I'm like a terrorist, but from the streets. A fast way to end your life. Fuck with me.
Yo, man, that's the mind of a psychopath.
Dumb motherfucker.
Mind of a psychopath. Mind of a psychopath.
I'm crazy.
Dumb motherfucker.
Look a nigga fuck up on the ground, don't faze me. It's hella funny. I love shooting a nigga in his ass when he's running. I'm cracking a white one and head forward the fuck of it. Stick my gat in his face and make him kiss it, and that's the way I act. And the motherfucking untouchables,
yeah, we got your back.
Wherever I go, I start shit. I tell a motherfucker, wonder where your life will end. This is it. And I hope he tries to get tough. Cause what a gangster sucker and won't give a fuck. I bought his little monkey ass. Stick my 12 gauge in his ear, then blast. Till his brains start flying. The O is in town, it's time for motherfuckers start dying. And when I'm done ganking, I'll sit back and laugh, cause I got a mind of a motherfucking psychopath.
Baby, my shit, I nicked some shit in my shit, goddamn.
Mind of a psychopath. Mind of a psychopath.
Who is it?
This is Brenda.
Bitch, you can't tell him on the toilet trying to take a shit?
Fuck you, P. I want to hit.
Where your money, ho?
I don't have none, but I'll do anything.
Bitch, get on your knees and suck my dick while I shit.
Nah, that's the mind of a psychopath.
Hey, Westside Wednesdays, the G-Lew Show taking you back. The Real Untouchables, our special guest, Big O, is live with us on the show. We also have the lovely Miss Queen Jean, man. Hey, man, Big O, what do you think about when you hear those? Go back and hear that, man.
Man, it's like stepping back in a time machine, man. I remember the session. I remember the studio session, man, when we did that song. You know what I mean? We had a ball doing it. You know what I mean? We had one thing we did do was we had a ball when we was around each other. You know, don't get that misunderstood. We we were all we were all kids. Everybody, all of us, me included, we was all kids, man, trying to break into the music business, which is not made for you to be in the first place. You know what I mean? So, so that had a lot to do with us falling apart. Everybody putting in work and not really seeing nothing and not understanding. That's part of getting in. You know what I mean? It's all work and no money at first. You know what I mean? But it was just a lot of things that were just going wrong. My thing with Percy was, if we gonna keep recording, we gonna keep making music, then we need to get some paperwork done. So one day he gave me a piece of paper that looked like it was photocopied. So I was like, dude, you ain't even serious. You know what I'm saying? So, and it was just a lot of fighting. Percy and Chili D used to get into it on the regular. Chili D is the kind of dude, he like a hothead. You know what I'm saying? So some of the ideas that Percy would come with, he'd automatically say it was whack. And some of them was. And Percy would do them anyway, and that would just piss him off. So he was the first one to leave. And then my cousin, DJ Mark, he left. And then Grandmaster Scratch, who was with P before any of us, he the one that had did the maxi single with P before any of us. He left because he had a fire at his house. So his DJ equipment ended up getting damaged and stuff like that. So he had to go leave and deal with that. And then DJ Chill just left because he was DJing at K-Poop. So that left me. And once we talked about the creative stuff and he really wasn't going to change, then I just decided to go my own way. So me and K-Lew have always been cool, and I've always admired the work he do in the studio and how his studio sound really, really clean. And I've been in a lot of studios, and his studio is absolutely the cleanest sounding studio I've ever been in. And I told him when I first met him, I want to learn everything you know. And he said, well, I probably don't got time. So I went to school. I went to school and learned how to for audio engineer and learn everything I needed to know, because I knew, I was going to be making music moving forward. So I wanted to learn as much about recording and the music business as I could. So I became a student as I did music. So and it just so happened, all the stuff I learned don't really apply today, because now you can just get on YouTube, or you can do a song. You can do a song in your room, and do a video with your iPhone, and you own.
Right. Yep. Right. That's crazy. What I want to do now, quickly, man, let me just take a couple phone calls. We got a couple callers out there. If you want to speak, press 1. We'll bring you into the show. We have Big O with us live. Caller, hello.
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 Hey, it's Jane.
Hey. What's up,
G-Lew.
Jane?
Hi, Queen.
Hi, Jane. How are you?
I'm hanging in there. It started out that I wasn't sure what kind of show we were going to have, but it ended up being a good show. It's nice to meet you, Big O.
Oh, how you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for all the knowledge you're giving to us. It's appreciated.
So, you're welcome. Anytime.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't got a lot to say. I'm in the bed. I don't know how long I'll be awake, but I'll be trying to hang in there.
Hey, Jane, we're going to have to find out where Big O's barbecue spot is, so we have to get some of that good food.
Yeah, that's right. I know. I heard that. My ears perked right up.
Right?
Oh, yeah, it's award-winning barbecue, though. You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
Yeah.
And he caters, too. He caters. So,
yeah, I cater all events.
So you can make it happen.
That's right. We need to make that happen.
I do corporate events. I do hood events. I do it all.
That's right. I love it.
Yeah.
I did a catering job for a bunch of Crips. I was the only non-Crip there.
Oh, straight up.
Okay.
Yeah, I do everybody. I mess with everybody. I get down with everybody. I don't.
Okay.
I don't. I don't discriminate on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they do, what they're about.
You don't discriminate. That's right. That's
no,
right.
I get down with everybody. Most cats from Richmond, that's how we are. We get down with everybody.
Yeah, business is business.
Right. Right.
When you want to make that money and put your food brand out there, I'm sure it's good.
Right.
So yeah. Right.
Anyway, much love, everybody. I love you.
We love you too. Peace
All right,
and love,
Jane. Thank you for calling in. We love you too. Good evening.
Yeah,
Keep tuning in.
I'll be in Portland this weekend, so I'll try to catch up with you. Okay.
Okay. Well, have a safe trip.
All right. Thank you.
All right, Jane.
I'll talk to you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, good night.
All
good
right.
night.
Peace and love. Also, man, before we continue, any more callers, press 1. We'll bring you into the show, right? 914-803-4001. Big O is alive with us. I wanted you to, man, tell us about some of this Richmond history, man, because we, like I said before, we don't know much. A lot of the we hear it a lot, but we don't know, tell us, give us some history on the hip-hop in Richmond and some of the notable cats that came up in Richmond that you looked up to, or just anybody that we may not know that did their thing, for Richmond that's not recognized or maybe recognized and we didn't know.
Well, early on, you had a group of guys called the House, and there were a lot of cats that I went to school with. They was like the first group I know about. A lot of people will tell you about Richmond, about Calvin T. Calvin T is the cat who inspired E40. Right. I know Calvin T. Personally. Calvin T is the equivalent to Too Short in Oakland. Calvin T. rhyme style is pretty much pimping, hoeing, selling drugs, the game. You know what I'm saying? And he used to rap with this cat named Magic Mike. Like Short used to rap with Fred Benz. And they was famous, you know what I'm saying, on the street. He used to sell tapes like Short did. He'd come through the track. He'll say I got a tape with your name in it. I got a song with your name in it. And that's how he would make money. And then, he end up getting strung out. And he'd come through and say, man, I'll make a rap with your name in it, and it'll be the Whispers on there. You know what I'm saying? So, because that's how he did me. I tried to buy a tape from him, and the Whispers was on there, but he was out there. You know what I'm saying? So, he is like one of the first ones I knew about that really people started talking about, who had that potential to go to the next level. You know what I'm saying? He was that sharp and that good with it, and he was a person that inspired me. Early on, people like him and Short inspired me to do it. You know what I'm saying? I was inspired always by like Run DMC and people like that, but Short let me know I could do it because Short was right there. I used to see Short on the street, at carnivals way before the records. You know what I'm saying?
So Short, everybody says Short is the from the Bay on, all throughout California. But Short was actually around. Short was not only in Oakland, he was getting around, and people seen him in Richmond and other places. He was really touching the concrete on Short.
Right. Oh yeah. He had a house. I don't know if he still got it, but he had a house right outside of Richmond in El Sobrante. You know what I'm saying? If you ever seen any of his albums in the liner notes, he's sitting next to a pool with a dollar sign in the bottom of the pool. That's his house in El Sobrante, which is outside of Richmond. Because I used to see him in Richmond a lot too, in those Born and Mac days. You know what I mean? So but Richmond had its fair share of rappers, man. So after Calvin T, a lot of people might know who this cat is. His name is Filthy Phil. He was on America's Most Wanted. Filthy Phil had a song called Consequences back then, and Filthy Phil was one of the first people that kind of broke out of Richmond. That was really from Richmond, that really broke out of Richmond rap, with the music. So the time, him and Mac Dre used to tour together. So he had a nice one on his hands with that Consequences, and he ended up getting into that trouble, and then so it wasn't really nobody really coming out of Richmond really hard like that until probably T, with his whole thing, and then you had groups like Sin and You had my homie E-Ray C, Silk E. Oh man, and my homeboy Big Money Otis, and he had a group called Gold Money, who was attached to Digital Underground. They pretty much is the first act in Richmond to get signed a major deal. You know what I mean? And they dropped the album on Tommy Boy. I want to say 91, maybe 92, something like that. So Richmond, you know, got a few rappers out there, man. And then, of course, you had Frontline come out with EA Ski some years back. You know what I mean? But you had a few cats. Then you had some cats out of North Richmond called Legit. And then another group came out called In Too Deep. Well, not In Too Deep. That was just called Too Deep with 3 E's. And they was hooked up with DJ Quick somehow. I don't know. They suppose they got a deal with Quick or something like that. Or Quick was doing some music for them or something. But anyway, they was hooked up with Quick. And a few other cats, you know, that came out that's escaping me right now. But you had a few cats come out of Richmond with some heat.
Right. Were there any collaborations may have been with you all or any other cats out of Richmond that collaborated anything with other parts like Oakland and other surrounding areas, or was it always
Silky is the one that won the cut on MTV. She's on 40's Lieutenant Roaster Botch, and she does a lot of shit with Short. Harm is from Richmond, and he do a lot of stuff with Keep the Sneak, like singing on hooks. And I think he on 3 Times album. He sung some hooks on Be Legit album. So you got it's collaborations going on. It never got to the level how Oakland did or San Francisco did. You know what I'm saying? But Richmond has talent. It just didn't crack off like it did Oakland. Oakland became a hot spot. You know what I'm saying? But Oakland is a major metropolitan city damn near, and with a skyline and airport and sports teams. And Richmond, I like that. Richmond's a small town. You know what I'm saying? So the resources was kind of slim. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it used to be it's not like it wasn't the talent. And Richmond had a world-class studio called Starlight Studio that the Tonys used to record at. In Vogue recorded their album there. Digital Underground recorded their album there. And it ended up burning down. So it was always music cracking off in Richmond. Richmond is used to be a town for people who worked on World War II ships way back in the day. And it just, you know, over the years, the populace switched over to all black folks. And then when the black folks came in, you know, you had all the blues people coming there. You know, so Richmond was always a music town. All the famous blues artists used to come to Richmond and record and perform at all the little hotels and juke joints that Richmond had. Richmond has always been kind of famous for the music, in that regard, but just not as famous as Oakland.
Kind of sounds like Detroit too.
Right.
I want to ask, did any of the fricks? I know you said it was kind of always friction with the other parts in town and all that with Richmond. Did that kind of prevent certain cats from getting put on or making the connections or the network that may have been needed back in those days?
No, not really. Not really with the music. With the real game, yeah. But with the music, no. You know what I'm saying? Oakland was like, well, we Oakland and it's everybody else. That's how Oakland really is. Now, even to San Francisco, you know, it's Oakland and it's the rest of y'all. You know what I'm saying? But and what they did, you know, they made sure Oakland took care of Oakland. But Oakland was like, well, y'all gotta, you know, do y'all thing on y'all own. We did it on our own. Y'all gotta do it on y'all own. But it was some collaboration going on. It was some, you know, some stuff going on. We had when I was in the Untouchables, we were supposed to align ourselves with a management group called Sophisticats, and he had AMW at the time. These cats called East Oakland Thugs, and a whole bunch of other cats on the come up, and we was the only Richmond act in the whole meeting. So it was about to happen. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't.
Okay. And one more thing I want to ask you. Now I'm gonna go to the phone lines. We got some callers. But did you guys catch any flack from the P situation that cats looked at Richmond kind of funny after that, or was it didn't really have nothing to do with you all?
No, well, it didn't really have nothing to do with Richmond, and that was all on him, because by the time he really started blowing up and started doing, like when he did the Ice Cream Man, he wasn't even in Richmond no more. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't even. Right. And he was kind of, representing the South then. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't even really representing Richmond. Actually, he never really represented Richmond at all. You know what I'm saying? He was just saying, I'm in Richmond, but as a whole, or as really representing Richmond from the heart, he never really represented Richmond from the heart. Richmond is just where he got gamed up. You know what I'm saying? Richmond is a place where he just started at. That's just was a place where he can put down roots and kind of pull his stuff up from. It wasn't like this is my adopted home or something like that. Because if you ever met Pac, you would think Pac was from the Bay Area if you ever met him. You know what I'm saying? I met him on my street, and he acted like he was from my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? He hung out in my neighborhood more than I did. You know what I'm saying? So, it was never like that with Percy. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, I'm here, and you know what I'm saying? I'm a vibe with everybody, but I got my own agenda. You know what I'm saying? My agenda is to do what he did. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, like I said, you got to give it to him. I commend him from bringing Richmond up in his interviews. He always say something about Richmond, and that's cool. But you owe Richmond a little more than that. He don't owe me nothing. He don't owe us nothing. You owe Richmond though. You know what I'm saying? Richmond showed you love when nobody wasn't showing. When Oakland wasn't showing you love, when nobody was showing you love. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was supporting you. Nobody was giving you the time of day. Richmond, came to your shop. They supported you. You know what I'm saying? And he tell people Richmond embraced them. Yeah, Richmond embraced them thanks to us. Thanks to us taking him to these places where cats is at, that buy records, that buy CDs, they got the cars with the music in it. You know what I'm saying? The people you really need to know when you starting from the ground up. You know what I'm saying? Those are the cats that the street cats is who you rely on when you're trying to come up, because that's where it all starts from anyway. So you owe them cats. You know what I'm saying? You owe the streets of Richmond.
That's right. Hey, let me go to the phone lines. We have some callers out there. Let me go to San Diego 858. Hello.
Yeah, hey, what's going on, G-Lew?
Rev Ali.
Oh man, I'm out here, man. Let me fix this head so this thing ain't working right, man. These phones. But I just want to say, yeah, man, much love to Big O, man. I did a lot of things out there in the promotion, in street promotions. And I just want to know if you knew Charles Robinson from Richmond, C-Note.
I know who he is, but I can't place his face right now.
Okay, yeah, he from out there. He put out a dude named Mac. I forgot what Mac he was. But he put out an album on they was on Relatively Records back in like 95, somewhere around there. And he was from Richmond, man. Good dude. You know what I'm saying? Trying to put his, this business together and put his artists out there, But they were stone straight up from Richmond, man. Real cool dudes, man, And when I heard you say, folks from Richmond, most likely, they most likely get along. They mess with everybody.
Right.
They kind of stay close knit. So I just want to say they do that in Richmond, and then when the Richmond brothers come down to L.A., they do the same thing down there to L.A. They keep it real. They know how to find out who's real and who ain't, man. So that's how C-Note was, man. Real cool dude, man. And I just want to say, hey, man, I appreciate what you do for music. I don't know if I know you or not, because I did a lot of street promotions with Scotty D. We did we had a promotional company called Platinum Street Promotion, and we was promoting everything from Dr. Dre to Whitney Houston. You know what I mean?
Right.
We did it all, man. But hey, man, much love to you, man. And your barbecue, I don't eat meat or nothing, but I appreciate your barbecue spot, man. Do what you do, man. and G-Lew gonna give you props on it because that's what we do on here, man. We talk about the food spots and the fun diggity funnel cakes and all that, man. So we with you, man. I love you, man. Rev Ali, man. Keep going, man.
Yeah, man. You know, L.A. is like a second home to any cat from the Bay Area, and Richmond in particular, because Richmond is a low-ride town. Richmond is low-ride. That's the one thing that's different from Oakland and Richmond. Cats low-ride in Richmond. It's probably a cat running around Richmond with a jerry curl right now. You know what I'm saying? So Richmond has always been like a small L.A. You know what I'm saying? We was Croker Stacks, Ben Davis, and Derbies back in the day too. You know what I'm saying? So when we get to L.A., it's always been love. It's always been nothing but love from San Diego, Compton, Watts, everywhere I done been. You know, I done hung out at VIP Records in Long Beach. I done been all over, man. It's always been love when I go to L.A. Always.
That's right. Hey, much love, Ali. Again, let me go to the phone lines. We got the big homie checking in. Caller, hello.
Yo, how's it going?
All right.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
How you
man.
doing,
Richmond.
Tweed?
I'm doing swell as far as I can tell. I kind of want to speak on Richmond because they've showed me love from the community center. Matter of fact, I never met Calvin G, but I'm familiar with them. I'm familiar with the group you mentioned called Too Deep. It was, hold on, let me think of their names. I'm going to tell you. Gangster D, and DJ Boogaloo, and Shamrock. I remember them as well, man. I've been in Richmond. It was a park, the Richmond Community Center, and it was like one way in, one way out off of Gertrude. And I remember, man, Richmond. Man, it was like, man, Richmond was the first Gone Wild videos was all about, Richmond, man.
Right.
A lot of people don't know that Richmond was the murder capital of the world at one time.
Right.
You know? So, man, there's a lot of history, man. And speaking of Calvin T, man, he was really tight. I really don't understand why he didn't really blow up. But DJ Boogaloo actually has a video of him on YouTube where the nigga spit a 16 that was on some P spit that was phenomenal. I've seen it like 4 times, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's still
man.
serious to this day. To this day.
Wow.
He still got it. You know what I'm saying? Because I had spoke to him and I was like, man, I got one of your old tapes. He's like, man, give me that tape because he's trying to put something together now. I don't know what he's working on, but I know he's working on something.
Wow, well, that nigga sure know how to tilt his hat to the side. He just looking like a player, you know what I'm saying?
Right. It's always been player with him from day one, man. That he could give Calvin T. A lot of people think Short be really deep with it, but Calvin T. go to a whole nother level, man. He on a whole nother level with it. When it comes to that game and give you really that raw game, he the best at it.
He should have blew up 32 years ago. You feel me? And somebody else should have looked out for him from the Mac Malls or the Richie Riches or somebody else in the Bay should have put that man down if it wasn't nothing but a first on something hot. You feel me?
Well, 40 did when 40 got really owned, when 40 signed his deal with Jive and all that. 40 put him on. 40 signed him, and he didn't really follow through with what the situation was. From what I understand, I'm not totally sure on that because I'm on the outside looking in, but from what I hear, that 40 signed him and then he didn't really live up to his contract, so 40 had to kind of cut him loose. But I seen a picture of him. I seen a picture of him and 40 and Short together. So I think something good about to come out that picture.
Well, that's just one artist. All the other Bay artists, man, they need to really, man, do something, man, for that dude, man, if he still got it. But you know how they say, man, time, man, Frank Sinatra ain't going to sound like he did 30 years ago.
Right,
you know?
right.
So it's like, I'm hoping that it ain't too late for that guy because that boy has some spit, man.
Right.
And that's coming from a guy that got spit. And I respect spit. And that man that spit. For really, though.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man, congratulations, man, just on you be able to sustain and tell your story.
Thank you.
A lot of brothers, man, don't even get a chance to even tell their story. You feel me?
Right.
So, man, big up to you, man. Big up to the barbecue.
You, man. Appreciate it.
You know, put a little Hennessy in your barbecue sauce. Never know.
I'll have to try that.
You know, just a little splash of Hennessy or something, right? And then you might get $3 extra a plate because they gonna come back, right? They gonna be buzzing and they gonna come back, and they gonna know that that's a part of the secret sauce.
Right, that's real though. Somebody gonna know though, because you know somebody can taste. They can taste something and everything.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, man. But man, do your thing, brother, man, and make your people proud. Make Richmond proud, man.
Oh, that's the whole idea, man.
Last time I was in Richmond, it looks kind of desolate because I've always heard stories about they never even had a club. It was hard for them to even get a club in Richmond, and you know, man, it's always been like the odd town out when y'all was really a mecca, and it's kind of hard for y'all to really keep shit. So, and the police, I heard, is like super crazy, and y'all had so much adversity, man.
Right.
But man, Richmond, man, I've been there. I didn't too much get out the car.
Right.
But I'm fucking with you, man. It's a solid town, though, man.
Right.
And y'all got crunchy chicken. They don't know about that. If they had that in L.A., oh my God, that shit. Would nobody even want no a Popeye's chicken sandwich if we had a crunchy chicken in L.A.?
Yeah, that's real, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate
one love,
you, man.
One love, always and forever, man.
Much love, Tweed. Tweed, what we got going on tomorrow night? Hold on, what we got going on tomorrow night? Tell them to tune in, Tweed.
Oh, man, we tune in
rock
tomorrow
and roll
night.
Gangster.
Yeah, man, we got Alon in the building, rock and roll gangster, Rich Now, followed by the Intruders on the 14th. So 93.3 FM ISM, Thursday nights, Blog Talk Radio, man. Holler at a player, just don't yell.
Yeah, I'm going to tune in.
Right on.
That far. Much love, Tweed. See you tomorrow night, homie.
Yep.
Peace and love.
Much love to Jane, man, because, man, she's doing better, man. And all my prayers and all my heart, it goes to Jane. So, hey, man, indeed, man. G-Lew for president. I'm out.
Much love, Tweed. All right, Tweed. Peace. Hey, man, that's my guy right there, Tweed Cadillac, Thursday night, 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific, 93.3 FM ISM on Blog Talk. Check him out. I'll be there as well. Alon tomorrow night. We got Big O live with us in the building, man. Tell them, man, what we got coming up. What's going on outside the catering business? Let them know about that again, the contacts and all that, where they can follow you, and tell us anything you got coming up.
I got the catering business going full blast. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I think I kind of alluded to. I'm going to see my stepdaughter in Kansas City, Missouri. So while I'm down there, I'm going to go on tour, a barbecue tour, and chop up some game with all the cats down there. You know, you can go on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, most of the social media, and put in Big Lovers Barbecue, and I'm gonna pop up. And you can see my food. You can see what I'm doing. Contact me. You got an event, anything like that, we can do it. We can get it done, and we're gonna give you first class service and some first class barbecue and food all the way. You know what I'm saying? If you really with that good soul food, you really with some food that's gonna satisfy that taste you looking for, you call your boy. You know what I'm saying? I got you. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to dip into that seafood too. So we're gonna see how that goes.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, it's been barbecue.
Boy, you get that, boy,
so,
you're gonna be on.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll see with that.
Yeah.
And as far as the music go, I'm thinking, I was thinking about the same thing. The idea you was talking about doing something like a YouTube series or doing a documentary, and I'm definitely gonna do like a retrospective with the music. It's gonna come from the No Limit days all the way up to now. I just got through talking to my cousin the day before yesterday, who does a lot of my music, a lot of the production on my music, and we're trying to see how we can package all this music, because I got maybe 2 or 3 albums done and mixed. One of them I did right after I left No Limit. You know what I'm saying? So that was fresh right after. I don't know if I'm gonna release it all together or break it up in parts, but we'll see. And you could probably be able to find that on any of the outlets like YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, iTunes and CD Baby. So we'll see how that's gonna go. I know I want to do a couple of fresh tracks, and one of them probably gonna be with Magic Mike, and I'm gonna try to get a hold of Calvin T and do one with him. And like I said, the original members of TRU, we've been talking about doing a couple of songs, just for us, you know what I'm saying, just to get back into the lab and enjoy that creative process, you know what I'm saying, and see what we come up with. So everybody's down for that. Like I said, I'm in contact with all the other cats. Me and Little Rick supposed to have done a song years ago, and we never got around to it. And I had recently called him, got back in contact with him.
Yeah,
recently,
he's supposed to be on here next week.
Right.
He's supposed to be on
I'm
here next week.
in.
So
I'm gonna call in. I'm gonna call in.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna call in when he do. So, Rick, me and Rick go back a while, and like I said, Rick was there through it all. Rick seen it all happen right in front of him. How we came up with the name, how we came up with the songs, all that stuff. He was in there for all the meetings, everything. When we was planning our trip to LA, the shows we did a lot of shows around town. We did a show at San Francisco Palladium. We did a show for Soul Beat. I don't know if a lot of your listeners know about Soul Beat. It was like a video show, kind of like a low budget BET out of Oakland. We did a lot of stuff with them. But Rick was there for it all. Rick seen it all happen right there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's seen us come up with all the concepts, all those songs you played. Rick was there for all that.
Okay, yeah. So that would be cool if you could tune in. We can get some more history from both you guys. And hopefully that collaboration comes. Also, let them know where they could go back and listen to some of the old, some of that original TRU music as well. That's on YouTube and different spots.
Go on, all that's on YouTube. You can go on YouTube and just put in the original TRU and it'll all pop up. Mind of a Psychopath. When you played Crooked Ass Law, we did a song. Mind of a Psychopath. If you want to hear it played like a saxophone, you can put in Getaway Clean.
Yeah, I got
put in Master Key Getaway. Yeah, put in Master Key Getaway Clean. All that'll come out, and you know what I'm saying. And you'll hear a lot of that. I'll have some unreleased stuff he never released. Because what he wanted to do, like I said earlier, he wanted to do something like NWA, then us being like the NWA part. But also, he had took Sonya and taught her how to rap, and then had his sister, and another girl named Shamika Spencer. They was a group called Ice Cold. So he was getting ready to put them out too, and they did a song. They had redid their old Sequence song. I forget the name of the damn song. The chicks from the Sugar Hill Gang, they had redid their song.
Funk You Up.
The Funk You Up. They had redid it, but he never released it. And then Sonya released her own album on In a Minute Records when he was dealing with In a Minute back then. And when he was In a Minute was just distributing his stuff. And a lot of people don't know that Sonya, she used to go by the name of Sonya C, and she ended up dropping an album too, and a lot of people don't know that.
Right. Okay. Okay. So there it is, and also let them know where they can follow. Tell them where they can follow you at again on Instagram and all the handles.
Oh, I'm Instagram is Big Lovins Barbecue. Same thing on Facebook. Same thing on Twitter. Big Lovin' Go. On Twitter, you know what I'm saying? Just put in Big Lovin'. All you got to do is put in Big Lovins Barbecue. I'm gonna pop up. Google it. I'm gonna pop up. You know what I'm saying? So.
Right.
And for the music, just put in, the real TRU, and all the stuff will pop up. A lot of people have been posting. I was surprised to see it was that much stuff. And then, I did a few projects. I did one with King George called Gangsta Hits Volume 1. That's on there with Callie G, who was also in the second wave of the Untouchables. And then my group, I did a compilation with my cousin and my family called the Ken Folks Compilation, which did real good, and that's on YouTube also. You know what I'm saying? I'm on a song with my girl Silky and Erase C, who are all from Richmond Talent. Check them out. You'll really dig them. They some Silky is probably the most dangerous female MC in the game, and she's so underrated. But trust me, I'll put my money on her any day and still eat up any female you put in front of her. Anyone.
Okay.
Anyone. I've seen her. I've seen her in the studio and I've seen her on stage. I'm telling you, this girl's serious, and she's the dopest lady, female I ever seen. You know what I'm saying? Out of Richmond, and
right.
And E-Ray C is a dope MC. His style is different from anybody. And, we came together with some other acts, some Oakland acts, some Richmond acts, and we did the Ken Folks compilation, and that's all over YouTube.
Yeah, I got some of that music, too. I'm going to play before we get out of here as well. So, yeah, that's it, man. Follow the homie. We'll be looking forward to that documentary and new music coming out, and we're going to check out your barbecue and all of that. We're going to put it all out there. Hopefully we can have you back. Well, you'll be back next week when Lil Rick is here, I'm sure.
Will.
But,
I will.
Yeah,
I will.
Yeah,
but I
yeah,
appreciate y'all having me on, man. I really appreciate it.
Gene, you got anything else for the homie?
Oh, no, I just wanted to tell you blessings to your family and your prosperity, and it was a great interview. I've learned a lot about you. So, yeah, just blessings to your prosperity and to your family.
Thank you. Same to you and your family. Thank you. I appreciate y'all both, man. I appreciate everybody called up and everybody listening. You know what I'm saying? And, I'm just trying to set the record straight. That's all.
Thank you, Big O.
Right. We appreciate it. We needed that history. Hey, Big O, before you get out of here, man, can you give us a drop for the G-Lew Show, please, so we can have it in the archive? I'll touch it up later.
Okay. Well, this is Big O, man, the founder member of No Limits, The Real Untouchables, a.k.a. TRU, and you listen to the G-Lew Show.
There it is. Good looking, homie. Appreciate you, bro.
Man, thanks.
Much love. Oh, we'll be in touch. For sure.
All right.
Peace and love
Thank you
to
again
you.
for joining.
All right. Peace to y'all. Thank y'all.
You're welcome.
All right, man. Much love. Hey, another great episode. The legendary Big O from the original TRU, The Real Untouchables, man. I was glad he was here, Gene, because I know you were lost and everything. You know, I was too at first. But I'm glad he was here because we got that history, man. A lot of people just don't know about that. I know you probably don't know, but a lot of people don't know about that original, the group TRU and what P did with it and took it. And a lot of people just don't know that history, so I'm glad we got that and the Richmond history as well. You know, I learned a lot of new things, so that was a great interview. Shout out to BTP Media Group, Jeff Quan making it happen. Shout out to Tweed Cadillac, man. He called in. That's our sponsor. Check out his show tomorrow night. Shout out to Westside Car Club and Queen Jean, my lovely co-host, and everybody that called in. You know, we ain't done yet. We got time, but I just want to show some love to everybody. You know what I mean? So the phone lines are open as well. Also, I want to let you know, Friday, we got a big show coming up. We got the legendary X-Clan, man, and if you don't know about, I don't know if you know, Queen, about X-Clan.
That's RBG right there.
Okay.
He's all about the RBG. Yeah, he's a very conscious brother. I checked him out. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that interview as well.
That's going to be a big show right there. I'm looking forward to that because X-Clan was dope, man, and they mixed the knowledge and the lyricism with the funk. You know, that's why they were big on the West. They had that funkadelic up in there with it. You know, so that's gonna be a big show. I'm looking forward to that. So everybody Friday, make sure you tune in Friday night, Flashback Fridays. We got X-Clan Brother Jay is gonna be here. You dig? And also tomorrow night, like I said, Tweet Cadillac, A-Line will be in the building, Rock and Roll Gangster, man. All my lowrider homies, make sure you tune in tomorrow. That's gonna be classic as well, you know. So we're gonna hang out for a minute, Queen. Yeah. Okay. Shout out to Tweed, A-Line. We'll hang out, play some music, and we'll be back in a few to talk about some more things we got coming up. Sunday show. Yeah. Now, I want you to put out there as well how they can get in touch with you about the announcement. So people out there, they want to promote something. You know, you give these announcements on Sunday. So we'll let you know where you can get that Queen when we come back. We'll be right back. Westside Wednesdays, the G-Lew Show.
Yeah. This is Kel Mac, owner of all Hood Publications, Kel Mac Videos. I'm with G-Lew on Westside Wednesday.
James, it's Big Snoop Dogg. I'm here to let you know, don't you dare give up. Keep fighting. Your grandchildren need you. The world needs you. We never met in person, but you're the best person I know. So let's go. Keep fighting, James. Don't you dare stop. Snoop Dogg says so. Keep your head up and stay beautiful.
Hey, what's going on? It's Westside Wednesdays. It's the G-Lew Show. You know we about to put some women in the mix. It's your girl CMG from the Conscious Daughters. Let's go. You know what it is. The Funky Expedition, baby.
It's time to slow it down, steadily grinding. And this is the Big Doggy Dog.
And I ain't talking about no Air Force Ones. I just gotta know before you let me get some. Do you have a fresh pair of panties on? I've got to know. Or you could show me silk, cotton, see-through lace, your sexy tongue. I've got to know. Or you could show me.
Freak a leak, pee, let a nigga sneak a few, peekaboo. Let's see what we can do. I'm about freaking you and sneaking you into a quiet place so I can look at it face to face. Let me guess, you prefer to wear cotton. I can tell, cause you like squatting. Your last dude, he was so rotten. And now your love is to be gotten. Yeah, baby girl, I can read your mind. But what I'm really trying to do is read between your panty lines. I know it seems oh so personal, but I'm just trying to make you feel real comfortable. I know, so what will it be? And the type of underwear you wear, I mean, it's troubling me. Can I get a glimpse? One for the pimps? I got one question. Answer me this.
Do you have a fresh pair of panties on? I've got to know. Or you could show me silk, cotton, see-through lace, your sexy tongue. I've got to know. Or you could show me.
You came by the church with a whole lot of body. Got invited to our annual pajama party. Working that lace, I think it was the French cut. Yeah, bitch, you got a big old butt. Hiding it, should be dividing it. It's real tight now, but I got a way to widen it. Sliding it real smooth, like with a little bit of Miles Davis to get you in the moonlight. Zoom, boom, hit the boom, boom right, just to get your groove right. I can make it happen, but it can't happen if you ain't good at it. When you gon' let a nigga have a look at it. Calling all cars, yeah, baby girl, you a star. But it's on you if you wanna go real far. Now let me get a glimpse, one for the pimps. I have one question, answer me.
Do you have a fresh pair of panties on? I've got to know. Or you could show me silk, cotton, see-through lace, your sexy tongue. I've got to know. Or you could show
Friday fine day, so I pulls out the tray. Needs my shit cut, so I calls Dante. Trims the goatee and gets the head clean. It's the switch for a bitch, then the sheen. Scoops my nigga Bad and my cousin OGD and hooks to Papa LQ, cause that's a nigga's crew. So we slide like we always do, breaking lows down the show like a hood is supposed to. Seesaw, we ballin', 4 pages and a phone, cause we got some fleas calling. We're looking far from rich, so the low spittin' nothing but game when I come up on a bitch. Now I remember when these hoes used to look at G's funny. Now they all up on the low, trying to be a G's honey. Now ain't this a bitch? We steady fucking with hoes, we steady dipping the street.
Come and take a ride with the MAC, bumpin' hooks to shit. Mr. MAD, sliding down the street with the Papa LQ in the Westside. Nigga, what you gon' do?
I'm gon' creep down flowers on extra tip. You fuck around and try to come, you get your Lexus pill. Mad's Beats is the fattest. Goatees on they tightest, hitting so many niggas up and catching arthritis. Bag full of dank and a strap, tucked in the stash just in case I got a snap. But it's kinda unlikely I trip. I'm under less pressure since we come up on the grip. I'm hitting switches in the black toe, 4 gates in the trunk and a bag full of solenoids. I'm trying to make the tramp flip. We steady fucking with hoes and like I said, we dipping strip. I'ma take a ride.
You can see how a G-shaped piece and a 63. Back down the show. Now watch them see so down the show, trying to ditch the law.
I'ma take a ride.
Come and feel the wind blow, the endo. Back down the show. Run back side to side and my riding motherfuck the law.
Now you can go to any ghetto and find some thugs, but in California, folks, we got these Crips and Bloods, and that makes me wanna reminisce the way back when, before 11-year-olds got a hold of Mac 10s. I'm talking about the days we used to blaze and bunk the Frankie Beverly and Mays and Marvin Gaye. Damn, the streets ain't what it used to be. We used to squabble before I rest, but now they shoot your G. Come and take a ride, the MAC, bumpin' hooks with Mr. MAD, sliding down the show. You're digging Papa LQ and when the Westside ride, now nigga, what you gon' do? Well, I'ma keep the roller coaster down the strip on 3 with motion as we let the booty drag in the classic rag while the 100 spokes spin. We dizzy off 10, the beat is past 10 and our grills have grins. Plus we got the females on the cellular tele, and they telling me that it's on if we bring some drinks and KY jelly. How's the machine? We do the routine. We got a self-esteem and we back up on things that used to shake me like shake and bake before my tape drop. And tell me, nigga, please, you work for rap a lot, but now a big gripping and flipping the script. So once you buckle up your seatbelt and enjoy the trip.
Come and take a ride.
You can see how a G-shaped piece and a 63. Back down the show. Now watch them see so down the show, trying to ditch the law.
Come and take a ride.
Come and feel the wind blow, the endo. Back down the show. Run back side to side and my riding motherfuck the law.
Come and take a ride.
You can see how a G-shaped piece and a 63. Back down the show. Now watch them see so down the show, trying to ditch the law. Come and feel the wind blow, the endo. Back down the show. Run back side to side and my riding motherfuck the law.
Yeah. What's going on, y'all? I'm gonna dedicate this song right here to the homeboy that's just sitting at home, ain't got nowhere to go. To the homie that's just in the hood, and then nobody let him jump in their colors, so they re-go and ride with him. Check it out. Come and dip with your homeboy and take a chill, and I'ma let you see just how it feel to ride something cold with the heated seats as we take a trip through the Compton streets. Let me check on my homeboys and make sure shit's tight and everything is alright. Cause ain't nothing like home, smoking on the zone. Alright, my nigga. Got to keep shit moving, Cadillac coasting, Daddy V is in motion, with the pedal to the flow. I'm kinda late for the show, so I've got to go. Take a trip out to Hollywood and do a show with my boys. Somebody make some noise. You wanna see how it's done with the double OG? Then come tap in with me. Let's go rolling my ride and see the sights.
hood. Don't you wanna get up, get out and see something good? Fuck with some hoes, sip on some cold Hennessy. Then come dip in with me, and I'ma take you to the underground, where they bang the sounds and everybody get down. And it ain't cause of gunshot, nah, just your boy blowing up the spot. And you know I do it well. Just watch how many of these hoes follows back to the hotel. And we gon' toss them like in too deep, from the couch to the floor and in between the sheets. Talk is cheap, that's why I stay macking. You be perpetrating while your boy got a straight cracking. If you wanna do it big with the double OG, then come dip in with me. Let's go rolling around the underground while we're bumping the sound. Come dip in with me, twisting out on the D's in the summer breeze while we're chasing the cheese. Come dip in with me. You ever been to a picnic where they showing off their clothes and everybody got low lows, glossy styles, gold to chrome, with girls walking around with almost nothing on, chocolate tone, looking all sexy cool, while my homeboys just act a fool, trying to holler, but ain't no simping, just G's, hustlers, players, and straight pimping. We California living, and every day we go out and play, it's like Thanksgiving. From the Shaw to the beach, the hood to the club, they're trying to fuck with us. You got to do it, cause this is where it gets done, and most of the time it's under the sun. So if you really ain't got no place that you need to be, then come dip in with me. Let's go out to the club and have some fun. You can bring everyone. Come dip in with me. While we cruise through the streets, we packing heat. Cause my Lord, I'm so sweet. Come dip in with me. We get it right till the morning light. Cause you know we do it right. Come dip in from the E.T. to the LBC. We keep it gangsta for life. Come dip in with me.
Sounds get laid down on Westside Wednesdays, OG Sundays, Flashback Fridays. We're cruising with G-Lew, fabulous lowrider oldies. So just let me introduce myself. I'm Tweet Cadillac, baby. I drink up all the Hennessy you got on your shelf. We got to keep it fly, PR, and you know why.
Hey, it's Westside Wednesdays, the G-Lew Show. Shout out to Tweet Cadillac, right? I came across this exclusive interview. I wanted to play this because we had an interview a couple weeks ago with Greedy Greg, and he mentioned some things about our players. So I want to play this right quick.
Yeah, right about now we about to kick one for the sucker. They need to refrain and abstain. Something contaminate their brain.
Yo, man, it's Tweet Cadillac, man. Advising y'all to tune in to 93.2 Tweet FM. Custom lowrider oldies, R&B, and all in between. Next week's guests will include Stacey Ladisoff, Stephanie Mills, Evelyn Champagne King, the Stylistics, and the Manhattans. That's 93.2 FM ism, y'all. blogtalkradio.com/NDYIZZ. The call-in number is area code 347-308-8747. 93.2 FM, baby. From Funkadelic to the Temptations and all in between. You heard it first. Peace.
All night. I ain't dissing your boys, they dope, and they get credit, but a gang of...
Well, man, we started like in the early 90s, you know. This man had rhymes, I had a couple.
He really like the 80s, though. Really like the 80s, like the mid to late 80s, man. What are you talking about? We was on the grass around the corner.
84.
Oh, was we? 84, 85, 86. Well, I mean, you know, when you became a part of the Players Clique, you a little after a couple of things.
Yeah, it was like QP. After 87.
Yeah. And, you know how it was back then. The 80s was the 80s. So cats was doing their thing, rapping the way they was rapping and making it happen the way they was making it happen. And we felt like we had a contribution, you know. And I rapped with a couple of different cats under the Players Clique moniker before I stumbled across Tweet Cadillac and the homies right here on this street, actually, on the side of the homie's house. And told me they had a boy that was touching down and had some lyrics. And I said, well, let me see. You know, I love serving niggas. You know what I'm saying? That was my mantra back then.
I did get served that day.
Serve you all. And
I got served that day. I only had 2 rhymes. And I spit my 2 rhymes, and I ran out of bullets. And he was non-stop with it, right? And he said, man, come on down, man. And how they say, rest is history, man. We started working. We ended up meeting DJ Quick. DJ Quick was like
Party Line.
Yeah.
His sister actually called the line, right?
Yeah, Jackie, man. We had a Penthouse Players Clique Party Line. It was like a 976 number back in the day. And we was in search of a DJ. We had this guy right here, DJ Tom Tom, the original Penthouse Player.
You know what I'm saying?
DJ.
Yeah.
But he turned into a businessman on us real quick. So, you know, man, we ended up finding Quick. And we recorded like most of our memorable songs, like maybe like a block away from here, man. We all lived in the same house where magic was actually made, you know what I mean? Ended up signing with Ruthless Records, put out that Paid the Cost. 30 years later, getting interviewed right here on the same place that we came.
Almost 30.
And today happens to be like a reunion for this neighborhood and this street, so we're honored to have Taiwan TV in the house, man. We're honored to have you here too, and man, it's all good. The future is the Young Giants. Penthouse Player Ham got some solo things coming. Me personally, I'm really not rapping too much. I'm on a few songs, but I got like 93.2 FM ism on Blog Talk Radio. You guys could, you know, check me out, man. I do an OThe show, and that's kind of where we at, man. That's kind of where we at with it. The future is the Young Giants, man. YoungGiants.com is their website. You can find them on Facebook. You can find them on Twitter. You can find them on YouTube. You also can find me on OG3Cadillac.com. And actually, Flair Ham, you can find him on Facebook as well, too. So, man, any comments, concerns, donations, dedications, you know, anything you want to say to us, we all available for y'all.
Are you ready?
South Central Los Angeles. So what you want to do?
Are you ready?
So what you want to do?
Are you ready?
So what you want to do?
Are you ready?
I'm all on the front line down to put in work. I thumped once or twice, but they never did no dirt. But I'm amped to put my flats on the map with exchange of a scrap. But when motherfuckers scrap, but I got to make a vow once I get to Mac in. So once I spot a rival, it's a must I do a miss. I spin around the corner, finna get busy. I asked the big homie, who is he? Cocoon with the wrong color on. Standing by the bone, said your mission is complete. Once you get his head blown off his motherfucking neck. Fuck the chin check, cause I done wreck. But ain't even thought about the pen yet. You can smell the smoke in my clothes. The road got me buzzed. Acting where we was, there's a buzz time. Pouring off the duds for them dead motherfuckers. Now they trying to stick 25 to a nigga. One more felony added to the two. Instead of killing fool, I wish I would've busted you. I'm only 13, but already serving heat on these streets. Deleting motherfuckers from the front.
With your rhythm, it takes a dance to what we have to live through.
Hey, it's the G-Lew Show Westside Wednesdays. We're about to go off the live stream. We'll still be here in the after hours if you're online with us. Thank you everybody else for tuning in once again. Big O, our special guest. Check out our YouTube channel, the G-Lew Show. Tune in with us Friday, Flashback Fridays. X-Clan will be here Sundays, OG Sundays with Miss Queen Jean. But like I said, we'll be here in the after hours. Jean, you gonna hang out with me?
I'm hanging out with you, G-Lew.
It's why they get dosed with the one-time trip.
Thank you. Let's get to it. Westside Wednesdays, the G-Lew Show.
Heat up like a sack, nigga, fuck that. I'd rather ride 100 folks, bench off jack. You call it what you want, cause I don't keep my Glock on safety. Finna smoke your ass if you make it.
With the rhythm, it takes a dance to what we have to live through.
So what you want to do?
What should I do? Should I bang with the wizard? I bang with the blizzard?
With the rhythm, it takes a dance to what we have to live through.
So what you want to do?
What should I do? Should I hang with the banger? Should I hang with the crew? I'm thinking fuck school. Mom's banging at the door, letting me know my black ass best hit the flow. Here we go again. Teachers wondering where I've been with no absence slip when I bailed in. Smelling like the stickiest shit on the streets. Got stress joints for $1.50 each service. So spot popping out the bungalows. Me and Selmac blow, gripping the order hose, leaving froze from the game I spit. Hollering use the version, but I'm knowing bitch. bang with the business.
With the rhythm it takes to dance to what we have to live through.
So what you wanna do? Nigga, what should I do? Should I hang with the fake or should I hang with the truth?
With the rhythm it takes to dance to what we have to live through.
So what you wanna do?
With the rhythm it takes to dance to what we have to live through.
So what you wanna do?
With the rhythm it takes to dance to what we have to live through.
So what you wanna do?
With the rhythm it takes to dance to what we have to live through.
So what you wanna do? Grab your 22 and show these fools that you true.
LA County is the gang capital of the nation. Walking on the wrong side of the street or wearing the wrong colors can get anybody killed at any time. It's a never-ending war over turf. And in that war, innocent people die. But one man is trying to change that.
On my way to prison, I vowed that if I ever got out, I would make a difference.
His name is Malik Spellman, and words are his only weapon.
It's up to us to start a new day.
He is the peacemaker. The peacemaker, peacemaker, peacemaker.
G-Lew, what's up, fam? It's Big Blink, post Yippee down 54th and Van Ness, listening to the G-Lew Show. The topics are real and famous. Regular slides from the pen are on these city blocks of havoc and riders. When the lights come on, Westside Wednesdays, from 7 to 9 on 92.3 Blog Radio with G-Lew and company. You heard me, real.
Westside Wednesdays, the G-Lew Show, Blog Talk Radio. Say the shit don't stop. The shit don't stop. 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific, 10 to 12 Eastern. Broadcasting live. Back on the Westside Wednesdays, G-Lew Show. Same name, same gang, same OG flow. Ain't a damn thing changed, we just added some more. New beat, new heat, we about to blow. Let me take it to the west side, ride it slow. Hit the switch on the 6, side to side we go. From the city to the valley, all the way to the bay. Every Wednesday night, this is the station they play. Call 914-803-4001. But don't forget to press 1. Now you're logged in, blogged in the OG Lew. On the G-Lew Show, mic check 1, 2. It's the G-Lew Show, Westside Wednesdays, OG Radio, OG Music. Every Wednesday night, 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific, 10 to 12 Eastern. Blog Talk Radio, Brick City Productions. The G-Lew Show, the voice of the streets, the talk of the streets, the show where they doing it at. Church.
And I can remember growing up cold, waiting for December 25th when a gift was all I wanted. And I didn't have a care in the world, just fun with all the homeboys around my age. Wasn't no complaints about life in the first stages. The pages turned and we learned just a lesson a day to keep them belts and switches away. All play and no work checks. for raising animals and catching insects. It was an everyday thing to see the homeboys and me raiding somebody's fruit tree. Little nappy-head nature boys in a concrete jungle. So wherever one go, the others will follow them like a lost dove. And to this day, I still got love for them. Though I don't know them like I used to, they still my family. Now ask me who's who. And I can tell you about some dirt or soap like gossip. But why should I trip? Because we all got skeletons dwelling in the closet. So I wonder how is it people be forgetting about they homies. When they make ends meet, let them roam streets. After all y'all done been through, yo, to put them up is the least you could do. But now I see just how niggas act. Yo, y'all can turn y'all back, but I still got love for them. Got more love for me here.
My nigga.
Homie that I went to school with. Got more love for me here. I used to be able to walk through anybody's neighborhood that I wanted to talk to and see how they was living, how they life was looking. What's up? Got they sisters and they mamas cooking. Right. Young and innocent, the good old days was starting to grow apart and go our separate ways. Steady competing for the most attention up at the schoolhouse. I was a section that they had to find something else to fade me, cause they ain't have a letter high enough to grade me. Maybe then some people got jealous, thought they were smart and got crushed like relish. So birds of a feather ran together in cliques. Nerds, jocks, and tricks, and the ones just kicking it in between. Gang related, you know who I mean. I got love for them. Homie that I went to school with. Got more love for me here.
My nigga.
Homie that I went to school with. Got more love for me here.
My nigga.
Homie that I went to school with. Got more love for me here. And we used to get into it every now and then, trying to prove a point in front of the little women. What's up? Showing out like movie ushers. We rat pack them and then they rush us. Going back and forth for seemed like forever. Was unpredictable like LA weather. The object was just a reputation, or some kind of ovation, that is, until money came into the picture. Now it was on from dusk to dawn and everything jumped to a whole new level. Getting kicks, coming up off licks, the devil in disguise, but it was so easy, affording all the shit that we seen on TV. So whatever it takes, we gotta make them ends, even if it means jacking friends. So I went my way and they went theirs, staying out of each other's affairs. Some life was lost, smoked out, and on fat. And after all that, I still got love for them. Homie that I went to school with. I still got love for me here.
My nigga.
Homie that I went to school with. I still got love for me here.
My nigga.
Homie that I went to school with. I still got love for me here.
My nigga.
Homie that I went to school with. I still got love for me here.
My nigga. My nigga. My nigga. My nigga.
Westside Wednesdays with my partner G-Lew, red and blue, keeping it true. Black fist in the air, this is my partner right here. Y'all tune in to him every Wednesday for whatever he got going on. Special guests, good music, unreleased music, or previously released music. G-Lew, Westside Wednesday. Yes, sir.
G-Lew Show Westside Wednesdays. We got a caller out there. Do we have a caller? Okay, I thought somebody wanted to speak. My bad.
Yes.
This feels so good. Okay. Hold up. My bad, bro.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
We do have a caller. It's the party rocking player from Los Angeles. I had to tap back in. That Cam song brought me to tears, man, because as Big O stated earlier, I remember how I know the crates, right? That's what I do.
Right.
I know the crates. I had that track first, man.
Wow.
Big shout out to Cam. Big shout out to Cam. It's all lovely, baby. But I had that track first. But you know how they say, he who gets it to the finish line wins. So when he got it out there, I couldn't use it no more because he came with it and did a video with it. But I had that track first, and my archivist, his name is Big T, he kept all of our old pin-out stuff that we did way back in the day. He got it all the stuff that never even got to the album. I'm going to pull that song up. But, man, if anybody was going to fuck with them moments, it was going to be me. You feel me? So I understand how, you know, it ain't no love lost, man, when the samples come, because he who gets them to the finish line first wins. But, yeah, I had that song. I had that track. And Quick produced it on top of that.
Wow.
It was fly. And the hook was a oldie singer. Man, if you hear my version, oh, my God. But I couldn't drop it.
Yeah, you got to pull that up.
Came with,
you got to pull that up.
Man, the name of the song is called Step Into My World. It's fly as is, oh, my God. What is give me an adjective, Queen Jean, of a word that's better than fly. That's what I'm looking for.
A word
Not
that's
apropos.
better than fly.
Yeah, better than fly. It was better than fly. Because we've been using fly for like about, 25, 30 years now. Everything got to be fly. It got to be a word better than that. Because, man, I know the moments, man. Ray Goodman and Brown, man, I know them boys. And I'm like, I need to sample this quick. Quick sat in that, didn't even brush his teeth that morning. I vividly remember that. He sat in that studio early morning, produced that song, and I said maybe about 2 o'clock. While he's producing it, I'm writing. Maybe 4:30, we recorded it. And I was so proud of that song. And then here come Cam ass. Big love to watch. Cam. Yep. He beat me to the punch. But man, that's the love of hip hop. That is the love of hip hop. I know every moment Ray Goodman and Brown song ever made. And I had the pleasure of interviewing them too. Much big shout out, man, to Harry Ray. Rest in peace, man. But I know the moments, man. They wasn't no joke.
Not on the outside.
But inside strong. You feel me? But I'm going to tell you one other thing, though. Sylvia Robinson, man. You know you ganked them boys. May you rest in peace as well, because you did give an outlet for hip-hop by coming in with the Sugar Hill Gang. She put them on the map. You ganked them too, but we ain't going to talk about that. But you ganked the moments and stole their name. That's the reason they had to call themselves Ray Goodman and Brown, because they couldn't use the name, the moments anymore, because she took the name from them. So, hey, she was feeling like that lady. Do y'all remember the Temptations movie when the broad said, "This my money and get out my Cadillac"?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was.
And she felt so bad.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
When they blew up.
She felt like, and now she's sitting in her apartment like, damn, I know I had that. Damn. She felt stupid. Well, that's what Sylvia Robinson, Sugar Hill Records did to the moments. Man, may she rest in peace.
I always wondered, because it seemed like it was suddenly that they went from the moments to Ray Goodman and Brown. So I never knew what,
Well, I know, and I'm going to tell it all. I'm too old, and can't nobody fight me, because they ain't going to find me. I'm going to tell it all. But, yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened. She told them that they cannot use that name at all. She owns that name. You want to leave me? Well, you can leave, but you ain't leaving with the name. That's what happened. That's why they went to Ray Goodman and Brown.
She didn't take nothing away from them, nobody taking the moments away, because they still was jamming and
Man,
still making
shit.
money. Yeah, their music was still on point. So
Shit. Still had hit after hit after hit after hit.
Exactly.
I could send you a live concert. Was they on? They were actually on stage for like, I'd say close to 45 minutes to an hour, and they rocked it. Man, they was such an innovative group, man. Big shout out to Alicia Keys, because she put them on the remix of that song, one of her hit songs. And I believe they're in the video as well, too. But, man, they were like a great group, man. And it's only one member that is still alive. But, man, music, man, goes back so deep till if you don't know how these artists struggled and you only saw the, when they was on Soul Train, you're missing the whole spectrum of what the R&B singers had to go through. Now imagine yourself being an R&B singer such as like Alon or the Intruders, which we're about to interview, and they really didn't get their just due, man. They really didn't. And it's sad because with all these skinny jean cats and all these other posters, they're going to be wiped out of musical history in a matter, I would say, I'm not even going to be around. Art LeBeau is 82. He ain't going to be around. Kevin Slow Jam and James is 60-something. He ain't going to be around. And ain't going to be nobody else left to tell their story, man. That's why I'm on a mission. That's the reason why I do what I do, because I know what they went through, man. And it ain't cool. It just ain't cool, man.
Right.
But, damn, G-Lew, they letting you go to 9:20. You the man. You the man. You the man.
Hey, Tweet, also, I want to ask you, what do you think about, because I came across that, and I just wanted to play that since we had that interview a couple of weeks ago with Greg, when I played the Penthouse Players interview with you and Ham, man, some years ago.
Yeah, that was on the block.
What do you think about hearing that interview? Yeah.
Well, mixed emotions. Man, it was on a block in Harlem. True story. It's all cool. I ain't tripping, man. I am what I am. Yeah. It is what it is. We did what we did. Man, we family for life, man. Even if we have creative differences, we still family, man, for life. Man, much love to the Penthouse. Without them, it wouldn't be me. But I was tripping off of that other commercial that you found when I was on the other station. When I was on the other station with the other number, and I'm listening, and Missy was sitting there with me, and she like, damn, your voice, that's when I had my voice. That's what I sounded like when I first got in the radio. So, I want to go back to, I got to go back to Jane. Jane, sometimes we have to make them transitions. We have to roll with the punches. We got to roll down the mountain. Even if you get pushed out the car on the freeway, we got to get our ass up, get back on there, get back on the highway. And that's where me and Jane is at. So it gave me a smile to hear my voice like real strong then on that other station that he tried to gank me as well. He never thought it was going to work.
That was early, because that was even before the indie thing. Tweed, because that was another station. Yeah.
Yeah, he gave me the opportunity. He interviewed me on his station, and he said, man, you didn't have your own station, man, and, I can give you that platform. And I was with it. And then he tried to gangster me out of, all he wanted was my connections, basically. And he wanted me to say his record company 4 times per 2 hours on my show. And the only reason I didn't agree to that is because his record company was ganking people. So how can I promote this
keep my credibility. So I left and started my own show. Yes, he did give me the opportunity, but he just wanted my connections. Feel me? So wherever you are, sir, look at me now. And not to brag, not to boast, but it's real life. With that being said, until next week, G-Lew.
Yes, sir. Hey, I'll see you tomorrow night, man. It's a big show
tomorrow.
going on. Alon is in the house, man. I'm looking forward to tomorrow, homie. You know.
Well, let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Yes, sir.
Done deal.
Yes, sir.
Done deal.
Yes, sir.
Good night, man.
Tweet
God
Cadillac.
bless everybody involved.
Good night.
Look, we need more callers. We need more callers. Y'all listening now? Stop the ear hustling. Press 1 and get on board, man. We know you out there listening. Stop just ear hustling, man. Acknowledge, because we're gonna grow. We're gonna bring quality music to you. We're gonna bring commentary. Be interactive with us, man. We feed off of that. So stop fucking ear hustling. Pardon my French, but stop ear hustling,
man. But that's real.
Communicate with us, man. Holler at us, man. Just don't yell.
That part.
One love. One love.
One love. The G-Lew Show, Tweet Cadillac, 93.Tweet FM.
Big Flossie on the mic. What's going on with it?
Thank you, man, for showing support, man, and supporting me tonight, homie. Much respect.
Oh, man, it's not just tonight. It's all the time, a lifetime, man, because I like how you do your thing, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We need something like this for the Sunday, for the lowriders. I was just out hitting Western and Crenshaw. They out dipping tonight.
Man, y'all know what we do. We chillin' with G-Lew. We stay on point like Stacey
Speed of life, fast. It's like walking barefoot over broken glass. It's like jumping rope on a razor blade. All lightning quick, decisions are made. Lifestyle, plush. Female, rush. This high-profile personality who earns his pay illegally. Professional, liar. Schoolboys admire. Young girls desire. Very few live to retire. Cash flow extreme. Dress code supreme. Vocabulary obscene. Definition, street player. You know who I mean, the high roller.
For me, you know what I'm saying, man? Hey, yo, some of that gangster street pimp shit, come on, man.
People of the city, stop fooling yourself. Crime rules the streets, who the hell else? All the police have gone out to play, cause for enough cold cash to look the other way. Look at the cars as they roll by. Benzes, Ferraris, trucks up high, beepers, connecting players to big time deals. With all of this technology, who needs to steal? Just live a life of leisure every night and day, and your living proves that crime does pay. Your life is dangerous and reckless. You eat fly guys and girls for breakfast. You're a titan of the nuclear age. Your muscles flex with the Uzi or 12 gauge, and you love the game. That's why you boast, cause you're high price, high speed, high post, high rolling.
Yo, Ice, man, you know what I'm saying? That shit is cold, fresh, man. You know what I'm saying? Gangsta shit, just pure gangsta shit. Run it down the line for me one more time.
Now, when I say high rollers, I mean the best. Forget the half-steppers, eject the rest, cause these high-rank officials of our city streets make millions all triggered by electric beats. They dress in diamonds and rope chains. They got the blood Scarface running through their veins. Silk shirts, leather suits, hair always fresh, eel-skin boots, large hearts. though the sizes vary. Bankrolls to take, 2 pockets to carry. Cruising in the 500 Benz sedan with their system peaked out, rockin' Pusha Man. Yes, the fashion's high but hard to beat. They buy the Gucci at Gucci's, not the swap meet. Very well, much clientele. Whatever you need, they probably sell the high rollers.
Hey, yo, Ice, man, you know what I'm saying? Since you done picked all the gangster shit, you know what I'm saying? Run down a line about the females, you know what I'm saying? The groupies and the skeezers and all the dick teams, you know?
Oh yes, I'm here to tell you females also roll. Drive the same cars, sometimes with my gold. Cold as an igloo, hot as a flame. They'll shake you, break you, you won't know the name. Gangsters to the max, our marks will be taxed. These girls drive Ferraris, not Cadillacs. Respect is demanded, most men don't understand until they peep the huge bank. But these girls have landed there, junkies of fun, love life on the run. If things get hot, they will pull a gun. Prey on the lame, no shame to the game. They all seek power, fuck the fame, the high rollers.
Hey, yo, Ice, you know what I'm saying, man? You been talking about all the girls, the politics, you know what I'm saying? Now it's time to talk about the motherfucking radio stations. Why you don't play, man?
Know what I'm saying? Yo, B, check this out. Now radio stations probably won't play this record because of the things I say. They'll say I'm glamorizing the hustling hood, and a record like this can do no good. But I'm not here to tell you right or wrong. I don't know which side of the law you belong. Yes, the game has flashed, but sometimes hurts behind any mistake. Hard time lurks, and jail's not your only problem, though it may seem. You just may die by a barrage from an M16, but to each his own. Choose a mobile phone, choose a tailored suit, the luxury home. You never get caught cause you got nerves of ice, and you much smarter than them crooks on Miami Vice. Right? You wanna be a high roller. You wanna be a high roller. You better watch your back if you wanna be a high roller.
Yeah, what's happening, man? It's the MACR, Mr. MAC Mall. You know what I mean? Shout out to my man G-Lew and Westside Wednesdays. You know.
This is Westside Wednesdays, the G-Lew Show, Blog Talk Radio, OG Radio, OG Music, West Coast Hip Hop to the fullest. 914-803-4001, Westside.
Go up and down, let me say it. Move it all around, let me say it. You want a nigga around, let me say it. Let me say it, let me say it. 4-5 on me right now. Nigga hit the switch, it be lights out. Police ask me, I don't know shit. Never ever catch me up some whole shit. Baby on my line, money on my line. Baby, I ain't got the time, shit, I'm on my grind. Disrespect my gang, I won't hold back. Baby want it all, cause I'm all that. Go up and down, let me say it. Move it all around, let me say it. You want a nigga around, let me say it. Let me say it, let me say it. Baby, ride with me cause I know things. Give it from a clear to a no range. A man come around, I don't know shit. Cause if I say something, I'll be on some whole shit. Baby on my line, baby on my line. Grab it on that ass, cause that ass is mine. Nigga run up on me, I don't back down. Thought I was alone, got him backed out.
gangster. Keep it, you want to keep it sexy.
What?